Because the exit's this way.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I'll find the exit. Yeah, right there.
We took a bus from Connecticut. Manchester. It's in New Hampshire, though. Hello? Yes? Yeah? Yes. No, he won by points. Yeah, because the kid just kept punching him. So, the refs or something, if you're bleeding, it doesn't matter, you just keep going, and as long as it's not gushing, and yeah, I don't. Yeah. No, he's happy now because Brady didn't win either, so. He did. He wrestled well. The coach said there's some things to work on, but that's why we have practice, and coach was happy with him, so how he wrestled, so. Yeah, well, it's not always easy. Yeah. Nope, he didn't cry and didn't flip out. Yeah. Yeah, they were tough kids. Yeah. We're heading to a pet store and then to Price Chopper to charge his car and then home, so that I can make sure I'm home in time to pick up Sam. Yeah, no. The only one that has to wrestle is Phil. Hold on. It will be January 7th, Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Round 1 of duels at Springfield High School.
So he's got to go 2 days in a row?
Then he has January 10th at Mill River.
That's round 2 of the duels?
No. And then that's Mill River Tournament. And then Wednesday, the 13th, is the second round of duels in Fairhaven, which I'm hoping I can go, but it's at 6 o'clock.
Where is it? So you kind of, where's that?
6 o'clock at Fairhaven High School. And then the 17th in Granville. Then Wednesday, round 3 of duels at Virgins. Then Saturday, Virgins. Then Wednesday, round 4 of duels in Mill River. Then the 31st is Wilmington, Mass. for a tournament.
Yeah.
Then February 7th at Mount Mansfield.
Wilmington, Mass is like 3 hours.
Then February 14th is state dual tournament. So I got to find out where that's going to be. I have to ask for that off. And then I have to ask for state championship for varsity at CVU on February 27th and 28th. And then March 7th and 8th, as long as he places, we'll be in Rhode Island. Yep. For Saturday and Sunday.
It's an expensive kid.
Yep. He's trying to get Isabella to join.
She doesn't want it.
Well, she don't want to do shit. So,
Other good dogs or whatever.
well, she's got a PlayStation 5 now.
From who?
Kira. and her dad. From Kira and her dad.
Why?
I don't know. Came over New Year's Eve, like, scared the shit out of me about 1:30.
Wasn't New Year's Eve.
Or New Year's...
No, it was...
New Year's Day. Technically.
Yeah, sure.
At 1:30 in the morning.
Where I left?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because he scared the crap out of me when he came in my bedroom because he was walking quietly and stubbed his toe on the toolbox.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think he drinks. I think Kira probably does, so he can drive.
Alright.
So, yeah, that's it.
We also will have to figure out either a weekend or a day or a couple days that we can go up and pack the camper up because I think we gotta have it out April 1st.
So you got to talk to Landon if he's able to pull it.
I have talked to Landon, yes. David can also pull it. He's got a fifth wheel.
Because I don't know how the tires are if they're gonna make it to Rutland.
We'll have to check it on that. Snowmobile.
Well, if he's already got the fifth wheel hooked up, then you can just have him pull it, David, because Landon's gonna have to put that thing in his truck and all that, and
I'll ask him. If not, I know a couple other people that.
because I mean we're giving the thing to Landon, but
Yeah, the fifth wheel hitch.
yeah,
I told him he could have it. He does enough for us.
yeah, he keeps plowing, but it's only $7 to do our driveway and his, so do not pay him.
I need $7.
That's all it cost him. Is $7 to do his and ours. So
How does it cost $7?
I don't know, but I'm at the pet store now, so
Okay, so I'll have to go back to the messages for Holly, and we'll have to figure out when we can go up and
yeah,
ask them.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bryce says it's snowing pretty bad here.
Oh, okay. Bryce
We're fine.
said we're fine.
Fine. Cars there.
Okay. Bye. Ugh, I hate riding and driving in the snow. Oops.
You gonna do it? Oh, buddy, how'd you fuck it up?
Oh, they didn't want to wait.
No, of course I don't want to wait for someone to back up into a parking spot.
But we are in Mass, aren't we? No, we're in New Hampshire. I was gonna say it's an asshole, but oh, thing there. Good thing I got paid 2 times yesterday. I got paid for my 4 hours. So for 4 hours I got $40 an hour, and then for 4 hours I got $20 an hour.
This way?
I don't know, Grace. I'm sorry.
That's why I don't figure it out. Okay.
Oh, duh! It's right there.
Well, yeah. Oh, shoot.
Could've gone in TJ Maxx.
I think it's gonna try to get there without having to.
Go
Yeah.
out into traffic.
I think so.
That's why I gotta wash my car. It looks like that. I don't like it. It eats away at it. Trying to preserve it. It's gonna let her go?
Yeah, that's what Sam complains.
Yeah, you said that, but I didn't know.
Just go around them. Just keep going.
It's probably a safety feature.
No, go on.
Boy, that one has a whole list. Holy crap.
Also, when they like come out of the lanes and stuff, it doesn't know if they're trying to cross or.
It's Toy City over there. No.
I think it's on the other side of the street. And we're not gonna park.
I don't know. I can't tell.
Not gonna park.
It's right there, but I
They
don't.
wanted us to walk over, and we're not walking
Oh,
over.
we don't want to walk over. We can park here.
And walk over. We'll
Well,
just cross.
up to you.
We'll cross.
Okay. That's how it is in Florida. You get in one lane, you're not getting over there. So you go down
It's pretty good
around.
at crossing 3 lanes. It'll wait till like a perfect moment and then just go straight in the 3rd lane.
Oh.
Because it doesn't do that in Rutland. It doesn't go in the middle lane in Rutland. No. Pretty sure we can get it through this way.
I would see.
Pretty sure we can get this way. It's right there.
Why not? But
yeah, we can. It's like there's no way we can't. God damn it! Specifically chose the one that's not KFC and Taco Bell, and it's the KFC Taco Bell.
oh, I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
No, not you. I clicked on the one, but apparently it's the same. It's just you can click on either, or it's the same fucking place.
Movie theater.
Apparently it's the same place.
Oh.
I know, it's okay. There's no way we're good. It's gonna park here. Yeah.
Oh, we're going in.
Wait. Hey, just so you can fucking park. Let me check, wait. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. What?
It's salt.
You're putting spit on the seat.
I can't even charge my phone.
Mom,
And John's
what's that?
texting us.
You got plenty of battery.
I stopped by the
If
house
you need to very bad, you
to
can
pick
plug
up
it
a
in,
package that was delivered for me. There's a package on the counter for Mom that I set on. There's a package for Mom that I sat on the counter and monitor got delivered, and I put it inside next to the big tree. Must be your monitor?
but yes.
Okay. Hopefully it's the one you want. What did I order? Oh, geez. I thought we were heading to the dumpsters. Oh, they got 2 lanes.
Try to hit the curb. Going right at it. Stop texting.
I didn't text anything. Oh, I texted okay. I'm sorry. God, you're so mean sometimes.
It's not me, I just keep getting spam on messages.
I typed okay.
Okay.
Was about now, towards the middle-ish of May, that we first started hearing this story that Apple will change out the launches of iPhones, that it would split it into Pro. The Pro in September and the rest in spring sometime.
They're going to arrive dead.
That obviously hasn't happened yet. It's going to be the end of 2026 before we know if it's real or not. But I've realised every rumour I read about it, and looking into this, seems to come back to this one source. So I don't know if I'm missing out. What do you think the strength of that rumour is?
I'm not. Until Apple does it, I don't believe it. I mean,
Right.
there's too many question marks. Like, it's very easy to say, like, oh, there's this really clean idea. Like, this is one of these things where if you're an Apple nerd and you're bored and you're like, oh, you know, what could Apple do in the future that would be interesting? It's like, well, they have so many phones, we could split the releases up over the year and then they could make money all year round. Like, oh yeah, that's great. Like, this feels very derived from other things, and maybe they have pieces of supply chain information. This is the information which the same company that charges $900 for the privilege of reading also said that Tony Fadell was a possible replacement for Tim Cook. So take that for what you will.
For refunds instead. So go to
I
Amazon
don't
first.
know
100 guppies
that
for
this makes sense,
$400.
because maybe the one time, end of 26, early 27, and then late 28 or late 27, that cycle kind of does make sense to split up the releases, because that's 6 or 7 iPhones, as we alluded to last week's title. That is a lot of phones, but then the 27, 28 cycle
Go to the chiropractor.
is not as many,
Oh God, it
because
feels so much better.
we're not supposed to get an Air every year. I don't even know that we're going to get a Fold every year if that Fold
Wouldn't
ever
you?
exists.
No.
But
Yeah.
it just falls apart very quickly, and then suddenly we're back to just 1 or 2 phones in the spring, and then 1 or 2 phones in the fall, and then what's the point?
I can't believe you quit your
Just do them all at once, and especially if they're not differentiated feature-wise other than base and pro, like they always have been.
What?
I don't see this making sense unless
You're
Apple
making more money?
consistently releases every
Billing's
year
also on
6
the decline,
iPhones, which
so
they also don't seem to be doing.
I'm gonna be moving. There's no point.
I'll tell you
in
what,
being a
let's
driver,
come to
just
the
to
last
move
month
and then
for
lose all your
this week.
seniority
I
and
would
shit
like
again. There's no point.
You
to
can't
make it
transfer?
sound as
You
if
transfer your
we've chosen to
position,
end on June
that's
because
it.
really
Go
there are
back to
2
the
months
line.
where things happen for Apple. It's June and September,
Yeah, but when are you
WWDC and
moving?
launches.
Like-
I don't know, but
and I
if
did
it's a
want
year,
to build
there's no
up to a
point.
nice end
There's
for this
an
week,
old lady
but it's also the
who's
fact that
like
June is exactly halfway through the year. That was
Five Below, I
really
like
it.
that
You'll
store.
never guess
And a Target.
what's happening next week on the second of these
We could have
2
asked.
special
Sure.
Up Insider Pluses.
We
But
don't need any of them,
June, do you want to take a run at all the things we got in June?
That's
I
the
mean,
merge.
WWDC
Wrapping paper
and
and-
literally nothing else.
You don't have time.
It's great.
We don't need- we don't have
Liquid
time.
glass. I think that is the subhead of June is liquid glass.
You always tell yourself
Yeah.
you need to go shopping, you need to go to the
and
store.
our new
spend all your money.
names.
That's what
Do
I
we
say.
like the new naming?
Like I save it, I say, well, I don't need anything.
Well, I always had a
hard, but you
problem with
just say,
Sequoia.
you can't feel sad.
Well, 2 ways. One, for some reason, I imagine.
You just gotta have the attitude of like, well, do I really need it?
I really do need wrapping paper. She's gonna figure out how come Santa has the same fucking wrapping paper, 3 papers that we have, Bryce. I mean, come on, some things.
Okay,
I'm
you can
trying.
go online and look at discounts.
No, you can't get
There's
the
no
paper.
point of us going to store to look for discounts because the amount of effort and money you spend
Sometimes
is-
I just like to look and dream
But
of stuff that I
but we end up buying a bunch of shit, bringing it home, and then
No,
it's like,
I do not. What do I fucking buy, Bryce? Seriously, I don't buy anything. I really don't buy stuff. My husband does, but I do not, Bryce. I am very frugal.
But even if we buy only once out of 3 times, it's still us going to the store. The whole point of you wanting to get everything online and not have to deal with the store is you're not tempted to go buy stuff at the store. You just get what you need online, and then it comes in.
I would never be able to be married to you. You're too horrible.
Huh?
You're too rough.
I'm too rough?
It's like I can't. You don't want me to go to the store ever.
No, it's not that. I just don't want you to go shopping just to go shopping. I'm not going around them. If they want to go around them, they can go around them. Or if Tesla changes his mind, we can go around them.
That hill must suck in the winter.
I don't like going on the curb because there's just a bunch of
It's
shit on the
close
curb.
to. Yeah.
Well, no, not that. It's just a bunch of shit.
I hope it doesn't start. I hope we don't run into bad snow.
We have snow tires.
That doesn't do shit, Bryce, if it's really
it's ice.
bad.
Well, my car will make it. I've made it in my Ford Focus
Just
out of
makes
New York. I had 50 miles left with summer tires. Couldn't even go up a hill. But I, with like literally no data almost, planned out a route home as I'm trying to get out of New York. And I couldn't go up any hills. I kept sliding down. Plow trucks came. And they was looking at me and trying to go up as soon as after they plowed. And I just slide back down.
Oh my god, I would have to go to sleep. I can't handle it. I would just, I would just go to sleep. I wouldn't be able to handle it. It's not funny.
Crawling up hills at like 2 miles an hour, slowly going up. Everyone's passing me. Not making it. And I was like, damn. And I was like, damn, I'm so jealous of the fucking Tesla that just easily glides through the whole fucking thing. And I'm struggling to get up the hill, and they just glide right through.
On our way back from Florida.
And that's why I'm like, you know what? I need winter tires so I don't deal with this shit.
On our way back from Florida, we did
not
fine
steep
for a
hills.
long time, and then we ran into snow. So I said, no, I gotta go. And my dad put me in the back of his truck.
Yeah.
And when you really shouldn't have been doing that, but I got in the way back. It was like a cab, but it had a cover, and I just went to sleep.
Why?
But I couldn't it was so bad driving, and we were going so slow because he had an old truck, and
Couldn't deal with it.
it was stressing me out. And I wasn't even driving at that age. It's just, it makes me nervous. I don't want to die.
It's the safest car in America. 5-star crash rating. I showed you the videos. The only issue you're gonna have is getting out, which I showed you exactly how to get out. We don't have flash breakers in the car because it's a house right now. So.
Any car makes me nervous driving in that much snow. I'm afraid we're going to go flying off the side of the hill or something.
We also have plenty of batteries, so if we did crash, we could also just keep warm. It's not like the car dies.
Bryce, it just makes me... I don't understand why when I fucking do demolition derbies and I try to smash into people the hardest possible
You have trauma.
and try to...
Well, you have trauma for being in the snow, that's fine.
I mean, seriously.
I was driving so much, I literally was at the point where I was like, do I even get gas? Because I'm going to slide into the gas station and then I can't get out. And I fucking go to the gas station. The guy's like, why do you want gas? I wasn't home. I'm like, why'd you go outside? And I'm like, I got an hour and a half till I'm back in Vermont, bro. You know,
I don't know. I just don't like the snow. I'm so afraid we're going to get into a car accident and crash. And I don't know why, but... And then I go and I'm stupid and I'm
Nina
like...
also doesn't like driving because she's convinced that that's going to be the death of her. She will die in a car accident because she's driving. She's scared that she's going to be driving one day and she'll die. That's why she doesn't like driving.
I mean, I don't know why. But then I go and smash into people and see how hard I can hit them. So it makes absolute no sense, but that's really pretty. Wow. You can see the sun behind the strip of clouds. Maybe that's heaven.
No.
Maybe we're on our way.
No, we're fine.
It could be. How do you know it's not? How do you know it's not starting to come through because of the ozone layers?
No, that's not how that shit works.
What do you mean? How do you know? You don't, Bryce. You can't tell me.
What you don't know. I know. Well,
Yeah, so it could be.
I think we're gonna be just fine going home.
It could be heaven behind those clouds.
I think we're gonna be just fine going home. John said it was snowing bad. You want to see?
No. Not really.
Bad for his car, yeah.
Well,
Does he have winter tires on him? No.
Bryce, I don't even know if the thing has tires on it.
It has tires on
Please pay attention to
it. I'm
the
paying
road.
attention, looking straight. See, that's bad. No. That's completely fine.
That's how it was when we left. Okay. Then where the hell was he?
Sit in Rutland. Maybe just went into Rutland.
Billy's house.
His house is down the street.
Downpouring snow in Billy's house, and
It's not gonna
5 minutes away.
It's not gonna downpour in one house or one street. It's not gonna do that.
Well,
the street over.
He said it was snowing really hard,
It's
so
like
what
less
the
than- it's
hell?
less than
So
3
where
streets
was he?
over. It's less than 3 streets over. So it's not gonna just.
Leather store? Could have brought Sam's hat. Oh, it already got fixed. Huh. Sometimes going to stores, you see things you didn't know you needed. Like the Grinch plates and stuff. I like those. I didn't know I needed them, but I used them twice for this year. I used them for New Year's and I used
You gotta be
them.
careful because when you buy a bunch of seasonal stuff, you hold on to it. And then,
I pack it away in my tubs.
Yeah.
So it's very organized. And I've been throwing away stuff that I didn't even need to put out. So I'm like, we don't need that. So I got rid of it. I didn't buy. The only new thing I bought this year for Christmas was a tree, which I could keep up because it's a red tree for Valentine's Day.
I think that the economy's gonna get pretty bad soon. I think we should save our money.
And I
It keeps
bought
getting worse and
a
worse.
$5 stuffed animal for Cindy Lou Who for Christmas. So, and I put that away already for Christmas next year. And I got some pepperoni.
We should try to save our money. The economy's
Well, I gotta buy food.
Well, yes.
It was supposed to be here for New Year's, so I didn't have. Otherwise, I don't really buy anything.
We went to the pet store, we looked around, and you're like, oh, didn't need anything. And then we
Right,
left.
there was no fish I liked, so I left. There was fish I liked, but I wasn't paying $5. Couldn't guarantee they were going to make it home. So see, I said okay.
I don't know why you look at the price for fish. It's like if you like the fish, if it's $5, $10, it's the same thing.
Because I don't want to pay that much. I wanted to. You need to get a school of them.
Is a dollar
So there's a school of 5 fish.
But you're
There's
not
$50.
versus $25. Yeah, but
Bryce, I need a school of them because that's what they live in. I can't spend $50.
yeah, but like being like, oh, I'm gonna get this fish. It's $2 versus this fish that I like, but it's $5. It's like
I buy the cheaper one so I can get more of them, but they didn't have the.
but you're gonna be
guppies.
looking at the fish you didn't want.
Well, I want a variety, but I wanted the guppies because they breed easily. But I gotta get plants first because that's what they breed in. Then you don't have to buy more. You just buy some, buy like 20, and then you get the plants, and then they just keep breeding, so you don't have to buy more. That's what I want in my tank, are the guppies. There was a place in Barrie at one of the Chinese restaurants. They had a fish tank packed full of guppies.
We also have a lot of animals. It's more of a reason we gotta save money is because
I bring food home from work to
I
feed the
know.
chickens, so. And I'm getting 1 egg a day
but like
now.
with the like the bearded dragon and the chameleons,
That wasn't mine.
that's a monthly thing.
Yeah, Bryce, that wasn't me. So
It's like $60.
I said one.
just in food costs. It's
And
like
I said he
$60
could
a
have
month.
one. I didn't bring home the other two, the other chameleon and the.
It's like $20-$40 a
But you
month.
can't be telling me you're preaching to nothing because I didn't get them. John did.
But you don't want to get rid of them.
Because because Bryce, what do you get a dog for 3 weeks and then say I don't want to feed him anymore?
Well, you talk to your husband about it.
He didn't
If
talk.
Nina got a bunch of cats,
I
I'd have a sit-down conversation. Be like, we can't have all
I
these
tried to
cats.
tell him that. You know what
And
he
I
was
said she
going to
wants
do?
a cat, and I said, yeah, well, we got a
John,
cat.
Bryce, I saved the bearded dragon from living in his truck. It would probably still be in there dead. It was living in his truck with him. So I saved it, actually.
It's just a situation I wouldn't let myself to get in. That's why I don't have any pets. That's why I said never give me a pet. I don't have any pets. When I feel comfortable housing a pet and can comfortably afford a pet, like that's why I need it. Nina wants a cat. I said, we're not going to get a cat until we have a place to live and the cat can go. We're not going to have a cat travel back and forth. I want a cat to be at a house that we own so the cat can be there and we can afford to buy it food. We don't have to be like, oh, do I buy good cat food and then buy less for myself? I don't want to be in that situation, so I'm just not going to get one until I can afford to buy a cat and buy cat food and not complain, oh my god, I can't afford cat food, you know what I mean?
Wow.
That's me personally, but you're, different people, different opinions. I just,
The chickens don't cost me much. So, because I bring home the food.
that's just, but mom, like, for example, like, when you talk about, Dixie's, the 160-pound dog, you have to buy a shit ton of, you said, I don't even know, you said a bag of dog food lasts you a few weeks.
We're going to count it next time.
Okay.
I haven't dumped them yet.
But 90 pounds of food is $50.
So we're going to see how
That's
long that
and you're like,
lasts.
well, how cheaper can we get it? It's like, well,
Maybe we can mix a cheaper bag in with that.
but they don't get any cheaper than
They do make cheaper food, like Gravy Train and stuff.
consistent.
Because you add water with it, and then it makes it like gravy. So if we mixed it in with that...
60 cents a pound for dog food is pretty cheap.
Mhm.
Shipped, delivered, everything. I know, I just don't want to be in that. Like, Nina wants to make the cat food, like cook it.
A lot of
food and
people
stuff.
feed their animals raw food.
She wants to
I
cook it.
don't
She wants to
know about
cook
that.
it fish. So like we
Yeah.
have something and the cat has something. Or she wants to meal prep and give food to the cat and
A
have.
lot of people do that now.
And that's expensive, so.
Well,
I told you we hold off on that.
On
If you want to
Monday-
have an experience like that with a cat, we wait till we afford it, and then when we get enough money, we live in a house. and we
on
afford
Monday
it.
I'll go to the food shelf. And if John doesn't have a job on the other food shelf, I think is open on Tuesdays, I'll send him to that place on Stratton Road.
Food shelf.
Yeah. And I'll go to the cupboard on Monday. I have that's my day off.
I just like saving. So you had to make it fun to save. You had to make it almost as fun as shopping.
I was saving to,
me buying your grocery stuff on my account. That's my shopping. And if I'm content with me buying shit, it's like the equivalent of me. You got to make it feel like I'm buying it for myself, but
Can
I'm
I
not.
tell you
so
what
when
I was doing?
what?
I was putting money away in envelopes and marking it just like that in that Temu
separate
On
bank
that-
account. No.
No, on that box. I was trying to fill up all the bags with $10 and $5, and that was fun. But then Christmas came, and I didn't want to put it on my charge card. I wanted to pay. So
Shouldn't have a charge card.
I don't have any in my name, actually. Oh, I think I have one that I don't use, an LL Bean or something. It's a MasterCard or something. I don't have anything on it. So technically, I don't have any cards in my name. I paid them all off.
Open up like a brokerage, like buy some gold or something, and like watch your money grow and be like, damn, this is awesome. By not spending something, I am significantly making more money.
I have to buy a sewer pump, right? So that's $3,000.
So that's one reason why I'm trying to say we're supposed to save, because like
that's why I work every day till 5:30. Mary's like, well, let's leave at 5:15. I said, Mary, I can't. That 15 minutes adds up every day. So now 2 days, there's a half an hour. There's $10. I said, I have to stay till 5:30. Oh, just leave at 5:15. No.
But I see it as like, for example, we're going on the way home now. If we stop for 30 minutes to shop, I think it as like, 30 minutes could have been working on a side hustle, or 30 minutes I could have been like working on something.
No, so not me. I want to be able to go out and look at stuff, even if I don't buy anything. I didn't buy any fish.
You can go look at fish when you go home. Maybe there's some good fish online that gets shipped to you that you couldn't get shipped to other places.
Maybe.
If people are doing it, then there's clearly fish online.
No, I'll just get rid of the damn fish tank. But the guppies, I was going to buy those because they breed and then you don't have to buy more.
We can get the ones at Petco.
They didn't have any. That's why I would have gotten them, because I needed plants for them to go in.
You can have them shipped from Petco to you then, or shipped to the store, and you go get them. Or go to the store and be like, hey, I need these guppies that you have. Can you like buy some, and I'll come in and pick them up, and like purchase them.
See, I wanted to own my own pet store.
I know.
This is the closest I'm getting.
I know.
I was talking to Mary about that. I said, no, I wanted to own a pet store. And now I have one in my house. We just don't sell the pets.
It's like,
but that's what I wanted.
I know.
And now I can't.
Maybe when you retire and you sell your house and move to an older folks thing, you can buy a pet store.
If I'm still with my husband, he's going to be a traveling nurse. I'm not going to have a traveling pet store.
You can't have a pet store in your van that you travel
In my
around?
camper?
Yeah. You could be like the people that have at the zoo where they like come out and they have all the pets and they show them off. You can do that.
I made a whole special room in my house for his godforsaken pets, okay? Area 51. Fireworks store. Let's not get those. Kurt will set them off and frickin' the ice isn't even frozen. How did Bailey go out?
We didn't go out today.
He went out yesterday.
Yeah.
It's not safe. I hate ice fishing. I like it, but I hate walking on the ice. I'm so afraid I'm gonna fall through and die.
We know how to get out if you...
No?
Well, that's what you should probably learn.
That's why you're supposed to have those hooks on you.
Nah, but also...
Uh-huh, you have a hook, and you stab it in, and then you can only walk so far. Because then that hook, you'll pull and it will bring you back up.
No, we're already in the wrong lane, buddy. You have to go that way.
Are you going to do anything fun when you go down to your grandpa's? Like go to the glass bottom boat? That's fun. Nina might enjoy that.
Yeah, the glass bottom boat was fine.
That was fun. Like do stuff that she doesn't get to do, like go to the Gator Joe's, that beach. Have eat alligator.
She doesn't like alligators.
Oh. Then eat them. Tastes like chicken. Oh, I don't know. Can she have alligator?
She can have alligator.
She just can't have pork.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to have fresh chicken.
Almost all fresh food.
Oh.
She never had canned stuff before she come here, I tell you that. She started seeing that we have all these cans and that people would crack open cans and like, oh wow, we canned food.
The fresh is very expensive.
Yeah.
is. I said she used to live in South Africa, and then she moved to Canada with her family, and I want to meet her. I'm like, oh God, help us. Because then I could raise meat birds for you. I'd have to figure out how to kill them and everything, but that would be your fresh chicken. I think it gets expensive though.
Yeah, probably.
But if that's what she has to have, then
I don't think that.
she's
Then you
supposed
just have a
to.
good source of food to feed them.
Remember you were going to have pallets of the food delivered? The chicken food?
You wanted to pay for it, so okay. If I was gonna do it, I'd buy bulk. Yeah, if I genuinely was gonna have to do it, I'd buy bulk.
Because we have all that yard. If we had like more
Give a shed,
chicken
you put it in,
coops.
give a shed.
Yes, but if we had more chicken coops, then with the eggs, they would pay for themselves. So you wouldn't be paying for the chickens. If they laid eggs, they'd be paying for themselves. And then you can breed them. You have your breeding ones so that you can sell the baby chicks as well. And so they just pay for themselves. I mean, the eggs themselves are $5 a dozen. If they're, I'm getting one a day right now. I'm working on, I boxed in one of their windows already. And look, I started getting an egg a day. So now I'm going to box in another window. Maybe I'll get 2 eggs a day. I don't know who's laying, but they usually don't lay in the winter.
See, I like how it doesn't wait, and it like gets like, you know, tired of being 55, and then all of a sudden it gets to go like this. 'Cause before it didn't used to do that. Stay behind the car and just kind of like find it.
I don't like passing the big ones. They can't see you.
Yeah, well, they're not supposed to change lanes.
Yeah, but like on the way to the Carolinas.
One thing I don't like is this
I
too.
hated that. I don't like this either. This freaks me out because I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna hit me. That's why when Bailey was driving, I just went to sleep. But I needed to sleep, so.
I'll see it slow down for the memory and not speed.
Because driving after that long, it makes you tired. So I have to figure out where we're staying in Rhode Island. If any more people are going, then we can Airbnb a house. That would make sense. Instead of staying at the hotel.
Airbnbs are expensive. They're allowed to have cameras in them.
But it's cheaper than staying at a hotel, Bryce.
Well, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Stay at a motel.
There may not be one around. I can't. You gotta be within a certain distance to get to the place in the morning. And then you gotta do the weigh-ins the night before to make so he can make sure he's at the right weight. Oh my God, that I was sweating.
I think Ian's gonna freak out when I come back from the airport at this at night.
Why?
Coming into turns like this.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of fast.
50 some miles an hour.
On a sharp turn. Oh, whoa, hello. Didn't really like that. It's kind of weird. Probably down by Peter.
Allegedly halfway through the year, my car's gonna get updated, so it should like automatically park for us and stuff. So I don't have to so it'll be like, where are you gonna not use stall 4A.
Huh?
Do not use stall 4A.
Why?
Well, we'll find out. Someone probably ripped it. Or smashed or rammed a car.
What, do they
into it.
drive away with it?
Well, not really, but if it's non-Tesla, I think there's options too.
To just drive away, forget unplugging? Fucking retards. I mean, seriously, how... That's just like pumping gas. What, do you just drive away while it's in there? Oh my god, it's Tesla convention. Fucking A. I'm going to the dollar store. How long are we gonna be here?
Well, you don't park next to another Tesla. That's the rule of thumb.
Really? Why?
Sometimes they share power.
That one's got an X. Oh my god, he's got tape covering his Tesla sign. Why the heck? You're really not supposed to park next to another one?
Well, you can. It's just sometimes they share power. So, like...
Oh.
Yeah.
How long are we gonna be here?
A few minutes.
Oh, so I don't have
They'll
time.
tell us when we plug in.
So I don't have time to walk over to this.
If you want to walk over, we can leave and come back.
Well, it's over there. You don't want to go in the dollar store.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Uh-huh. See all the people getting the new ones. Jealous.
Well, if you accomplished getting this one, you should be very proud of yourself. You could be driving something like that little tiny thing. How the hell do you even get in that?
You want to leave this one?
That's like a matchbox.
Hour 31. See, I told you we're fine. They have a 2-hour drive. And we get back before them. Or we see them on the road. Alright, well, you're supposed to. I know, my high beams just turn on and off. They don't have the light bending one like the one that they were letting me borrow, which I like. Because it's way better because there's like deer and shit. You only just block out this lane and then you can see everything over there.
So you're gonna get another Tesla?
No, I can add that to my headlights when these headlights
You're not
die.
gonna go back to a regular car?
No, never going back to a regular car.
Really?
No. I told Nina she should think about getting one. Yeah, they're good cars.
How are you gonna afford 2 Teslas?
We're going to use the Ford until we save up.
Oh.
Hopefully by the time that she has enough money to get Tesla, they have different kinds, because she wants a convertible one. I was like, well, they have a convertible Tesla they have, but... I could have got the convertible Tesla instead of this one. But I didn't want it.
You got a good deal with this.
Well, it was also a custom convertible, so someone like made it. It's not like an official. So if they went wrong, I can't just bring it in the shop.
I didn't manage to say it there, but I always have to go on a run up to Sequoia, and Sonoma it just always sounded like a drug to me rather than a place. So Tahoe, well, actually it sounds like
Sounds like a cigarette.
I was thinking there's a British thing of tally-ho. That's what's reminding me of. We just say ancient British thing there, although there's a pub near me called the Tally-Ho. Maybe that's why it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I would have been happy with Mac OS William Gallagher, because I'd like the idea of people telling me that William Gallagher's crashed again and William Gallagher's been updated. But yeah, otherwise, I was fine with it. You're just looking at me now. You can think of better places in California than Tahoe, though, no?
Death Valley. I'm waiting for it.
Right, no more calls. We'll hit up next year.
Yeah, Mac OS Death Valley.
You better name it Tahoe.
Back to WWDC. We had Tahoe, and of course, sorry,
Tahoe's what they named
so
the
you
new
said already
update for
the
the
move
Mac.
from iOS 18, 19,
They have a
whatever,
car.
to
It's a big
26
car.
for everything,
Well, it's the name of
which
California.
I'm genuinely finding quite useful already. Are you just shrugging at it, or do you find it handy?
It's useful. It'll be more useful next year when the previous year was 26, because right now I still have to remember that it was 18 last last year.
Right. Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I'm fine with the move. It makes sense to align these numerically. I don't think the phones should be aligned numerically. I think they shouldn't have numerals at all, actually, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, it was a good WWDC. They had good video in there, clever, all the way around. Liquid glass was great. I want to own the pieces of glass that they were playing with on the table in that scene. We did not know, but the presenter of that was short term at Apple and looking for a way out, I guess. We should go back and see if we see like a look in his eyes like he's being captured.
Oh, what do you think about those Tesla driving lanes?
But yes, Al and I will get to
electric
this
cars.
episode.
Mary wants
Those are
to.
stupid.
Why? They charge your car while you're driving.
That's not how it works.
It has been.
That's what Mary
I'm
told
going to say
me.
this here.
She says you ride in
I
that
feel
lane and
like
it charges your car.
The people who don't like liquid glass
Yeah.
I
are
said,
one
I
of
don't
two
know, I'll
people.
ask Bryce.
It's a
Either
cool concept.
they don't like change, which is fine. Your opinion's valid.
Does it really charge your car, though?
Or you were told not to like
Technically,
it
you
by someone on the
can.
internet.
The amount of
and then
power-
you decided not to like it.
We'd have to like
And that
redo all of the
seems
infrastructure
to
we
be
ever
the
owned.
running case.
I can throw in a third.
It's-
because Amber Neely from
So
Apple
the way it would work is you'd have to have like conductive charging. Right now, you know how like your phone when it's on the mount
Yeah.
compared to in this car, it's on like the pad.
Yeah.
I think it was like a massive pad. The amount of power you have to run through it to have the car charge at any point. Might as well just do rail. Might as well put fucking no. I'm serious. Might as well put rail wheels on the Tesla and have it go on a rail track if you're going to be doing that, because that's actually more effective to do rail than to do wireless charging. Because yeah,
Okay.
it's a cool concept, but how
It's not working yet.
the amount of power. Like people don't even have room for chargers. Now imagine putting that, but like
It's on the side of the road.
a million times better. A million times more power consumptive, but on the highway.
Right.
You would have to have like think of like every few miles is like an entire house worth of power. Not even miles. Every few like it's like an entire house worth of power you have to put into it
Oh
to
my
keep it
God.
going.
Huh.
And imagine
Who's
if something
gonna pay
like
for all
imagine if
that?
something breaks, you'd be killed instantly if something breaks on the road. You'd be
Oh.
instantly killed because the amount of power that surged through that.
So who's gonna pay for all that electric for the charging?
If they generally did it, it would be taxpayer, but I don't believe it's gonna happen. Not in my lifetime. I don't believe it. There's no way. You'd have to
She says
you'd
there's
have to
already
redo all of the roads.
There's already lanes that do that.
Maybe there's some kind of lane, but like like to make like these roads work.
No, it's a separate lane for electric cars only to ride in.
But I don't think there's active charging. I've never seen an active charging lane. Maybe it's like electric cars because I don't know.
Huh. I'll have to ask her again then.
It's like a bike lane, but
No, she said it's an electric car lane and it charges as you're driving.
I've not seen.
All right, I'll tell her that. No.
The amount, it's not. I don't.
Okay.
Apple Insider.
It's like the guy asking me at work, what is he concerned that in a few years his job's going to be taken away? I said, well, as a delivery driver, you've quite been a security there, because the only time you should be concerned is when they solve electric cars, solve autonomy and like autonomous vehicles. That's when you got to be concerned. But as someone that drives a car, this shit ain't solved anytime soon. They said this year there's going to be a lot of places in Austin, Texas, where you don't have to watch the road. You can sleep in your car, but only in Austin. So if I have the new car and I'm not in Austin, I have to supervise. But if I'm in Austin, in a certain little city in Austin,
How come then? How
Well,
come
no,
they're so
Texas,
special?
because they have it mapped out. They had these cars drive around with cameras and scan the entire thing and tell the Tesla everything else. And that's basically where their testing grounds. That's why they have cars driving around with people in the passenger seat and that car's just doing something because they're testing. If they genuinely do a little bit of that in Austin, I'm really interested to see how it works, because then Tesla technically has to cover any damage for crashes at that point, because that's why I said I'd get a new car if they did that for fucking here. Like, I wouldn't have to pay for damage. You know, like it's not on me, it's on the company. But I mean, they really want to have their steering wheel-less car come out. They're really trying to do that. Their Cybercab is what they're already starting to make them. You know, hey, this year, no steering wheel, 2-seater car, driving an iPad. And it charges itself when you go home. It'll back into a parking spot and charge itself. It doesn't have to plug in because there's a pad under it, so it just connects to the, under.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to connect. It just hovers over and it goes through.
writing a piece saying that just generally WWDC was a bit underwhelming this year, and I suppose, well, I liked it, and I liked Liquid Glass pretty much, but there wasn't anything else, I suppose, was her point.
And they're not all going to be bangers, Like, we can't have Craig Federighi coming out dressed in 1990s Apple Nikes playing a double-headed guitar. Like, that can't happen every year. The bit would get old.
Okay.
No, I'm with Amber. Like, it was both a good release cycle, and there was nothing there that excessively wowed anyone. And I think the elephant in the room was Apple Intelligence was mentioned twice, I think, the entire keynote. We got a couple of new features and AirPods updates and stuff like that. That's great, but overall, again, they were internally working hard on what's coming in 26.4. Apple refused to speak on it because of multiple lawsuits that were frivolously filed because they didn't get the thing that was whatever. It's silly lawsuits.
Yeah.
But it will be interesting to see what happens when this finally arrives in the spring. And there's one more thing in June I wanted to point out, just for fun. The Trump phone that was announced.
Yes.
It was it was announced, I believe, in April, May. It doesn't exist, and still doesn't exist to this day. Has never released. Trump Mobile has started selling other phones in their marketplace, I guess.
I didn't know
and
that.
And you can get their SIM that costs more money than it's worth for access to a MVNO Liberty mobile service, but you're paying like twice the rate using Trump Mobile, I guess, because you're patriotic. But the phone
Dude, you can switch over to Trump
that
Mobile.
was originally some ripoff of some cheap Chinese phone. Then
You know what Trump
was
Mobile
a
is, right?
golden-skinned Samsung
Trump was
phone.
like, I'm gonna have my own wireless carrier.
It's never launched.
You
never
guys like
existed in the
Verizon?
first place.
Well, I got Trump
It was
Mobile.
supposed to be made
Oh
in
my
America.
It's only
and
like
then they said,
$60-some
never
a
mind,
month.
its parts will come from elsewhere, but
Same as
the
Verizon.
hands of Americans will
But
put it
for
together.
Americans.
And now it's
Huh?
just
It works, yeah.
a puff of
But it's for
paper.
Americans.
Okay.
You can still go give them money to reserve one of these.
Oh, and he's also said I'm gonna start
invisible
making
handsets
phones, and you can
if
buy
want
them.
to. Today, in December. The website is still up. Hasn't launched. So I think Apple can breathe a sigh of
Why?
knowing
He's just
that
trying
they
to
don't
make
have
more
to
money.
compete with such
Yeah.
He's being greedy, though.
just powerful,
Doesn't he have
golden,
enough?
important
You can
smartphone.
always have more money.
Oh yes, because there was an expectation that it would launch
September.
many different times, but one of them that it would be right up against
Oh,
the
and the Trump
iPhone,
phone's got like an American
I presume
flag, and it's gonna be
Apple
gold.
cut its orders.
It's gonna say Trump
in
on it.
but anyway,
Yeah, the iPhone Air is selling poorly because everyone is waiting for the Trump phone.
well, there you go. You see, that makes sense. You heard it here first,
Mary will have
possibly
it.
last.
I'll tell
I
her.
have a
I
good
don't
thing and a
think
sad
she's
thing
heard about that.
to end
Trump
on,
Mobile? They
June.
have it.
And
I'm gonna
the sort of
tell her.
sad thing
You can
is
switch your
Bill
phone over to Trump
Atkinson
Mobile.
died.
Alright, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
tell
just
her.
legend
When I see him
in
Wednesday.
early Apple history. I mean, he was 74 when he died. He worked on the original Mac. He created HyperCard, which, if you remember it very well. But it was also not exactly the foundation of the internet, but the way it worked was how the internet would then come to work with links between things. But he also created MacPaint, and there's some. If you look into his history for it, there's stories of such incredible cleverness of working with the smallest resources to do the most amount of work. So I was rather sad to see that Bill Atkinson had died. But the happier thing, well, it surprised me. I said right at the top that it was surprising when things happened, and this one threw me when it happened. It was the 10th anniversary of Apple Music in June 2025, and I remember at the time working out therefore how much money I had given Apple for that 10 years of that rate, and I don't want to go through that again, but I do really like Apple Music, and it's good to see it, thriving, really.
I think
Isn't it?
it
So-
is the best music streaming service you can get, hands down. The work Apple has put into, this is one of those things that no other company can do. And again, this isn't
Sam wants
this
you
isn't a
logging up
monopoly
Apple
issue.
Music
I think
on
this
his
is just a technology thing. It's Apple owns the
He doesn't
stack.
have Apple Music.
They
He wants you
have
to log
the
in for it so he
iPhones,
can
the
listen to
iPads,
music.
the Macs,
Oh.
the hardware.
So can you do that when you get home?
Operating systems that runs on the hardware, the apps
Bailey, I won't give him
they
his
build
password.
for the operating systems that run on the hardware. they have
I
an
don't think I know
entire
that
team
password either.
dedicated to developing sonically the
Gmail
exact
I don't
best
know
ways
that.
for each device to
I don't
play
check
music,
Gmail.
and bakes them into these files.
Now, how do you check
so
your mail?
when you're
I
listening to
checked. I
Apple
have
Music
AOL.
on your iPhone through AirPods with your
Fucking
HomePod,
AOL, bro.
the sonic
Bailey said
signature
it's so old.
is developed
Yeah,
in
it's
a
like
way
go out of
that
business.
specifically
No,
takes
I've
advantage
had my
of that
email for a
device.
long
And it's
time.
Probably when it came out, didn't
on
it?
top of that, with AirPods,
No,
you can use
just
your
when I
own
started
hearing
Pampered
profiles to
Chef.
further tune to your personalization.
When
No other,
Bailey was
no,
born.
nothing else does that. Period.
Oh, wait.
you can't use Spotify and get anywhere near the audio quality
Dyer's
of
Kitchen.
Apple Music. Not just
I know,
because
that's
Apple
the
Music
email
offers
that it
higher
is.
quality audio
Yeah,
files,
I've had that
right?
forever.
It's all,
Well, if you
they
know the
also,
password, Sam needs
they
it.
also offer
I
various
think I have
levels
it
of
written down.
lossless and Dolby Atmos that Spotify is slowly trying to catch up on.
Convince him to
It's
give you a
not
dollar
just
for it.
the quality of the
Okay.
file, but the way in which the audio is
It's like
tuned
Spotify,
and
so.
decoded and played on their devices
Or the app.
cannot be replicated by Spotify, because Spotify, even if it could, is not and will not tune its music
Mary only
for
pays
Apple's hardware. So it's such a interesting
or something
singular
like that for her
experience
iCloud
that if you have an
storage.
iPhone, you should
I said, how the hell? I have to
definitely
pay
be using Apple
$7.
Music.
Yeah, but you don't just have storage. She doesn't watch
do that.
movies and everything.
I should say also at
She
the
has
top, I
cable.
said that we
She
were
doesn't know
looking
how to
into the
work.
near past instead of the
She's gonna
future. But
cancel
I
our
would like to
cable.
look
It's
just
like
a tiny
$70
bit into the
a month,
future, because over the next weeks, Apple Insider is
Because she-
publishing a
yeah, she
series
wants
of
to cancel
articles.
her
You
cable.
get a slight laugh in my voice there, because I truly do not know
should.
why I find this so interesting, but I really, really do. A desk tour set of articles.
And then her sister
each
wants
of
to
us
get
who
rid
work
of,
for
like,
Apple
this-
Insider,
like this
where we
table
work,
that she
what
has her
gear we
computer
use,
on.
and
Didn't know if we
well, I
wanted
know
it.
I was
I
asked
don't
to
think
take
we
a
have room
photograph
for
of
a
my actual
table.
desk because it took me half an hour to tidy it up.
It's like the one that's
you've done one as
downstairs
well.
with
Did
the
you
popcorn
tidy?
machine on it.
Yeah.
I basically have
Probably not.
currently a few piles of
I don't think
things
we have room
around
for
that
Right.
I was able
Yes.
to relocate the piles as I took photos. So my photos are ever so slightly more tidy than I keep a pretty clean office, but I have some ongoing work that is occupying my workstations that I didn't want to leave in the middle of a photo. But yes, I instead of just doing my desk, I took it a step further, as I always do, and did my whole office, because I occupy an entire bedroom in our house and have a few desks and tables set up for various things that I do for work. Because I write for Apple Insider, but I also do product photography and a lot of other little things. So it detailed the whole office, and that was fun. And it's especially interesting because this might be the last year I'm in this office, because we want to buy a house next year and might move. And I'm really excited for the opportunity to rethink my office, my layout, my cable management, all of that. That's always fun, but also when I move into the new office, I want to take the time to think spatially and how can I advantage the Apple Vision Pro in this new space as well, because this office was designed well before Vision Pro was out. So I'm excited for that future, and I've read a little bit about that as well.
You could take a LiDAR scan of your current room and then somehow display it on your Apple Vision Pro, and recreate. You could. Do you know, now I'm looking forward to next year's version. I hope we do it again next year. Am I just nutty, or do you enjoy reading other people's as well?
I do.
Please answer carefully. Oh, good.
So I like reading ours. Anyone's really, just because I might find some new little gadget or thing that I'm not aware of. You know, someone uses a Steam Deck or a Stream Deck in a unique way, or they have, like, I didn't mention it in the article, but you'll see a photo of my desk, and there's a little, like, hand brush thing that I use to clean my keyboard, but in the handle of the brush is a pick and a squeegee that cleans AirPods, right? Just little things like that I like having around. Yeah.
And have you linked to where we could buy that? Should we need something?
We can add it to the show notes, but there's so many links. But
that's true.
Yeah.
I should say that actually. The show notes will include all, I think, the major. So I really did. I went through every single day and I pulled out things for it. So of course there are things we didn't get to in this episode of the podcast. So, but they're all there. You can relive the first half of 2025 in the show notes this week, and next week take a flying guess what happens, that you can work it out.
Yeah.
But that means that's next week's episode, and we'll be back for that then. But before then, if you're an Apple Insider Plus subscriber, then we're not going anywhere. We have a few moments to talk about holiday tech routines. I mean, as this goes out, we're right in the middle of the Christmas New Year thing. This is when I think we can step away from work and yet enjoy technology.
Through Patreon or Apple Podcasts, and this is going to be kind of like what we did last year, our 2026 goals. I asked William to figure out what he said about last year. We'll find out if he did. But at the very least, I have some ideas for how I want my 2026 to go, and we'll talk a little bit about that, tech goals, life goals, stuff like that. Last year, I wanted this year to be about fitness and health, and I'll share a little bit about how that went. But for now, we're going to jump into the year, starting with July. Does anything here jump out to you? I think Jeff Williams is the news of the month.
That is precisely what I was going to say.
So you know how like Apple has all your like, you have your watch with you all the time? You falling asleep?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm tired.
Bruh.
Yeah. It tracks you, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it stays on your phone.
Yeah,
That's the whole privacy thing, isn't it? But anyway, so it's on your phone and you have your phone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
How much would you pay monthly for Apple to have like a coach that's like in the health app that will like coach you on your health and like, you know, like be like a someone to like, you know, like you go to like nutritionists and stuff.
Mhm.
Think of like all of that, but like one thing merged all together. All the people that you go to merged together. You'll be like, all right, this is how to keep you healthy. Not like the rings and shit, but like actually.
I don't think that I would pay for it, but I think a lot of people would.
$1 a month?
I think people would pay probably 10 or more.
You pay like $1 a month.
Yeah,
You pay $3 a month for it.
maybe.
$5 a month.
No,
4?
I'm too cheap. I'll pay 3.
You pay $3.
But I think people would pay 10 to 15.
You pay $3.99.
You're pushing it now. You said 4 and I said no. Why?
$3.99.
Why? Is that something they do?
It's supposed to be coming out, and I'm like, I'd probably just buy it. And Nina's like, well, you should just kind of do it on your own. You don't need it to help you. I'm like, well,
Right.
yeah, but it's something I'm looking for.
Can it give me free therapy sessions? Then I'll pay for it.
Could. You just use ChatGPT. You can talk to it. Sam talks to it.
Yeah.
Nina talks to it.
And says I'm
Nina
having a
calls
bad
it.
day?
Yeah, Nina calls it.
What?
Yeah.
It says I'm having a bad day.
It's like, all right, and then it like talks into like how do you? Yeah.
Oh my god. Nina needs to leave it alone. We listened to a podcast about that. You're not supposed to get connected to it.
Off of both mine.
I listened to that on here. People were getting too attached to it.
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough data issues, we would call it.
Then why aren't you telling her to stop?
Because I use it too.
Oh my god.
It's gonna work. Hey, what's up? Oh, shit, wait. Yeah, no, give me a minute, buddy. Give me a minute. Hey, what's up? Hello?
Of course, take your time. I'm here whenever you're ready.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, welcome back. I'm here. Yep, I can hear you loud and clear now. Sounds like everything's coming through just fine.
How's your day been going?
It's been going really well. Thanks for asking. Just been chatting with folks like you. How about you? How's your day going so far?
Oh my god.
My mom said she's having a bad day. Are you a good therapist, or...
Well, I'm definitely here to listen and to help if I can. I'm not a licensed therapist, of course, but I can be a friendly ear and offer some supportive advice if that helps.
Can you say something?
No.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna lose data now, so I'm gonna see you, okay?
No worries at all. Take care and we'll chat whenever you're back.
Okay, I'm gonna go like that.
No?
No. No. I don't like talking to my fucking life coach. Why would I want to talk to that?
Well, it also remembers too, so like, you can be like, hey, remember yesterday we were talking about it? I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh my god, no, I don't like that.
No.
Going to say, we briefly alluded to this last week, and as it's come up so often, the number of people who are
You'd also
abandoning
FaceTime it too.
Apple. It felt like this
Like,
was.
when you're like, I have Pro, so that's $20 a month. you have the ability to like FaceTime. It's like, yo, when you're looking at your chameleon plans.
You pay for $20 for the chat.
I do pay $20 a month.
Oh
I don't
my
always.
God.
I have it on a cancel basis.
You're bitching
so
because
I always
want to get fish.
I wait till I need it, and then I'll like run out. I get so frustrated, so I pay the $20 and then I immediately cancel it. So it's only for that month.
Oh my God.
And then if I'm fine with it after, I don't need it after the month, I'll keep using it, and then I'll end up paying for it for a month at some point.
You wouldn't let me go to Target, but you're paying $20 to talk to some fucking.
I don't talk to her, but like let's say for example you're looking at your chameleon stuff.
Yeah.
Have him take a picture. You can just like walk your phone around. What's this plant? Can I use this? Nah. And it's like, well, the one to the left of that. And you're like, which one? This one? Actually, not bad.
It does do that, and
Yeah.
then when I use them up, then I'm done for the day. I move on and wait for the next day. I'm not paying fucking $20.
For a month of just getting everything instant right then and there. You don't gotta worry
No,
about
I'd
that.
rather get fish.
You'd rather wait till the next day to ask more questions.
Yeah, I did with the chameleon plants.
Yeah, they'd be like, all right, I can't ask any more questions. I'm wait till then tomorrow.
Nope, and I just went to
Fuck.
Google and did it through Google.
I thought I was pulling my phone and like, hey, look at this.
Not me. I'd rather pay $20 to have the car wash.
I'd be like, hey, how's my outfit look? I'm like,
I'd rather have $20 for the car wash.
It's like, oh, those purple pants. I don't know, man. I'm like, all right, I'll change.
I'd rather have the car wash. And you think that I'd spend my money not very good? See, I'd rather have the car washed.
I can justify the change.
I can't. No way. I just move on to Google or whatever the next one is. I did that with the plants. I moved through and all my pictures. Okay, guess I gotta move to Google now.
No.
And it's the same thing, and I don't have to pay for
Yeah, but
it.
ChatGPT, if you have it just on ChatGPT, it remembers everything that you're talking to it about it. You don't gotta like have different.
Bryce, I don't fucking remember what we were talking about. So how the hell would I?
Like when I hurt my tendon.
Yeah.
It immediately knew. It was like, oh yeah, it's probably. I bet this is from work. You were lifting heavy boxes. Blah blah blah.
Oh my
this
God,
is definitely
no, I
what
don't
it
like
is.
that.
And this is what I recommend you do for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I don't
And
like
it just
that.
knew that I worked at UPS. It knew that we were in peak. It knew that I was doing more work than usual.
See?
And it was like, yeah, based on your health data, you've been out doing like 15 and 17-hour days. Probably, you know, you've been doing this, and this, and that's probably why you hurt your hand.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably exactly the reason. And it just knew everything.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. That's like having a friend, and I still don't have fucking friends. That's like having a friend that's not real. Oh, yeah. No.
Some people, no, a lot of people, like I saw people, I don't have it in mind, but some people in other Teslas, the data's too shitty, otherwise I'd try it. They have their phone right there, and they pull it up and they talk to it until it talks to them about the car or drive, and
Just another excuse for me to not have real people friends.
and they'll be like yapping about shit, and it'll like, you know, tell you it facts, and it'll like say, oh hey, see that weird person over there? That's funny, and it'll be like, hey, and the, you know, to your left, look at that funny person over there.
Okay, great.
Or it's like, whoa, you know,
Great, so-
that person dropped their umbrella, and or just, you know, it like shows you stuff.
Oh, wonderful.
And like, you know, it's like a passenger, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just like another friend. Do you have any friends when I go to the therapist? Do you have any friends? Yeah. Her name's ChatGPT. She talks to me every day on my way to work.
There's nothing wrong with that. Also, a reminder, you can be like, hey, I got a you can also personal assistant. The whole point of what's the whole point of an assistant? Someone that like, you know,
Keeps you on task and everything.
yeah. So I just tell it exactly what I gotta go do. And I'll just know what I gotta go do, and it'll go down the list. I'm like, hey, earlier, like for example, like when you're like remembering shit on the way to work, you're like, shit, I gotta do this when I go home. So then when you get home on the way to work, it's like, hey, he's like, where you headed? I'm like, oh, I'm headed to work home. It's like, oh yeah, remember you do this. And remember you gotta stop for groceries on the way.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna change your directions to the grocery store, and it'll like reroute. That's what they just added that to Teslas, and I think it's crazy.
See, I think
And you're like, I'm like, remind me on the way home to get me a cheeseburger. And I get in the car and it's like, hey, you want a burger still, right? And it's like, okay. And then change the direction.
Oh my God, it knows too much.
No, it doesn't.
It's like an invasion.
But isn't that crazy? You can say, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm feeling hungry right now. Bring me KFC. And it just will drive to KFC.
But see, you pay $20 for that, whereas I personally would rather
You
put that $20.
want to drive yourself to KFC when I can just be like, you know what?
I'd rather have the $20 go towards my getting my car washed. See, I mean,
Wash it at home and you're saving $20.
I can't.
And in the wintertime, obviously not now, but like what I do, I wash it at home.
It doesn't need to be washed in the summertime. I just go through mud puddles.
Bruh. You were supposed to wash it.
Meh. I was only worried about the wintertime. The summertime, I just
There's
go
no
through.
salt, so what are you worried about?
Yeah, there is. They turn around in our driveway and salt the whole end of our driveway. Why do you think the end of our driveway is bare? because they don't turn the salt machine off. They back into our driveway, salt's still pouring out, and then they figure out where they're going, and the salt's still pouring out, and then they take off. It's like a salt mine at the bottom of our driveway, at the end of our driveway.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool that you can have it pulled up and just kind of talk to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like talking to the therapist, so.
But it's easier to talk to that than the therapist.
Not really.
Maybe it gets you started for talking to a therapist. What do you do? Call a therapist remotely.
I can't
it's
afford
like the same
one.
thing.
I don't have insurance.
So let's say you do, and you call your therapist. It's kind of like the same thing almost.
I guess. So, you want me to tell this social worker I don't have a therapist, but I have this?
But I use ChatGPT because it gets me ready for talking to a real therapist.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna approve that.
Alright. Just an idea.
It wasn't the very first one, but it felt like the first big one. Jeff Williams, Chief Operating Officer, is that COO? Yeah, the COO of Apple storms out. No, is that not quite right? Am I building it up too much? No.
So,
yeah.
a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, he was one of the people that would repeatedly show up on the "Who's going to replace Tim Cook" list. He's the same age as Tim Cook. Like, this just wasn't going to happen. Guy wants to retire. This is something I keep getting back to. There will always be some kind of way to write about any departure at Apple, and we'll get to more later in the year, of it being the worst thing for Apple. It's a disaster. It's a sign of failure. The rats are fleeing the sinking ship. Whatever metaphor you want to use. Or Tim Cook's leaving, so all of his lieutenants want to leave too because they don't want to serve under some random guy or whatever. Tony Fadell's going to step in and bring the iPod back. Whatever story you want to believe, it's always easy to paint it with a very dark, evil, mean brush. Instead, my angle is they don't want to die there. Just to put it bluntly, I think these people just want to retire and be literally with their family and maybe do some Disney board stuff on the side, right? Like he has. I see you put that. Yeah, like he's going to join the Disney board, which is a very cushy position, which basically means nothing. He's going to do nothing, but it's time, right? If you look at Apple's leadership page, almost all of them are 59 and older. And the fact that you can reach C-suite and not retire by 60 is impressive, right? So when I was in the military, one of the things that happened a lot is we would discuss retirement. And if you didn't know, retirement from the military is 20 years of service.
Interesting. Right.
You retire. Go ahead.
That's right. That used to, I believe that at least used to be the same thing with the police in the UK, but it never occurred to me that it was. I mean, that makes sense. Right.
Yeah, you can retire from the U.S. military after 20 years of service. That means you can be 38 years old and draw a retirement check for the rest of your life, and probably disability on top of that, because you pretty much can't escape the military without some kind of disability. And you can choose to work or not, and that's at 38 years old, just for serving your country, and that's fine. That's no complaints here. I didn't get to retire; I only did 10 years, but it's one of those things that when people talk about 60 years old, that's early. It's like, man, you can retire so much earlier if you're a billionaire. You can retire anytime you want. You don't need to work until you're dead. I promise. They came to this company hoping to do something. They probably did that thing. We'll get to more retirements later. Lisa Jackson did the thing, right? Jeff Williams absolutely did the thing, right? He was behind some really good stuff at Apple. Was he not one of the big Apple Watch pushers?
I'm not sure. I was associating with the iPad Pro recently,
that's right.
But that's just been his latest focus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's just
coming up.
One of those things of
I've been thinking about
he will be missed, but is it Sabik Khan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's replacing him. I'm sure we'll be fine, and that it'll be interesting to see if there's anything changed at Apple, because as we've defined many times before, Apple is not a single person, and it is not easy for any individual character to completely upend that ship. So
yeah, just in terms of the year, it felt like, well, I don't want to diminish anybody leaving Apple. Everyone we hear the name of is a name we've heard of before, usually. And yeah, we know they've made substantive contributions to things, and they will be a loss. But there are 164,000 employees, and especially with the retirement, it's just impossible that Jeff Williams woke up one morning and said, "Here, Tim, I'm going at the end of the week. Yeah, deal with it."
This has been planned for years.
Planned. Yeah.
And I don't mean last year. I mean years. This is not something they just wake up and do. The only surprise departure this year is Alan Dye, and we'll get to that. But then this is also the months. There might have been some earlier in the year. I'm forgetting, but it really picked up pace in June, July of Apple senior leader position departs for Meta.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was a repeat headline from Bloomberg. And I kept making the joke about, what's his name? Is it John? It's Steve McMahon? Anyway, the guy who owns the WWE, or did at one point. The meme of him just laughing and falling out of his chair more and more with each article coming out. Like this just really intense desire for every departure to become this salacious, Apple is doomed, to brain drain, and just no evidence of any of that other than some guy leaving for Meta because he got paid $500 billion or some nonsense, right? So I just this whole saga is crazy to me. But one other,
I have the impression, I mean, this is unfair, but I think it's the amount of money we hear about it. It feels like Meta is spending money to try to grab onto something. It's like throwing money at the wall, seeing who they can get for it. You have something like Johnny Ives' thing where he has taken a lot of Apple designers, he's poached them for it, I presume for more normal salaries, and you have the sense that they are genuinely a team working together on something. Here, it just seems a bit scattergun. And I know there are some stories of people who left for an immense amount of money, and honestly, who wouldn't leave for that amount of money, but then didn't stay at Meta for all sorts of reasons. So, funnily enough, that doesn't get reported as much as so-and-so leaves Apple.
Yeah, the story stops at, like, the entire story is the headline, and we're seeing more of that because a lot of tech reporting is getting desperate because Google ruined SEO and it's harder to get people's attention and money. And so I don't know why Bloomberg, of all publications, needs this kind of desperation in their reporting. I generally like Gurman's reporting when it comes to tech rumors, and even though he usually has some very odd takes, he has good information. So yeah, I have no problem with the guy, but for some reason in this particular category, he is way out in left field of every single departure is this terrible doom. And when you actually look into it, it's a name we've never heard of. You might have heard of if you really care about Apple. You might have seen him in one of the research papers. But also, we don't know anything else. We don't know who replaced him. We don't know if this was planned. We don't know if this was a happy departure or a sad departure or an angry one. We don't know what they're going to do with the new company. We don't know why the new company hired him. Did he leave Apple because the new company gave him a bunch of money? Did he leave Apple because of an internal argument? We know nothing other than the departure itself, which is basically useless information on its own. It doesn't tell us anything. And that's why I wrote that story about Apple's restructure and its AI team being, a lot of people. I stopped at 200. That was 3 of 96 pages. I don't know how many people are in their AI team, but it was a lot. And a dozen leaving is such a nothing burger. It's insane to me. But the stock market moves on this news, which is maddening to me. Does not make sense. So some people retire, some people are poached for money. There's got to be some statistical number that are run out of Apple for scandalous reasons, or they're rubbish or something. Yeah, we'll never hear those, will we? But they'll write a book in 50 years and we'll all be dead. But
okay. Yes.
So Apple also had some fun this month. They sued John Prosser.
I was wondering if you were going to mention this, because I'm not sure what I think with this, because I've tended to just not like John Prosser's work.
He's not our
a
style.
comedian, and he's just not funny to me and things. But he does come out with leaks. Yeah, you are true. He does have a tradition of leaks that seem to be mostly accurate, but in this case, it was a leak that cost somebody's job at Apple, and that seemed over the line. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It wasn't a particularly good leak either, looking back. It did not capture what liquid glass was going to be in any true state. What he was able to derive from those images was the essence of liquid glass, but we did not get to see what liquid glass actually was going to become. No. And he actually, based on those original leaks, suggested that liquid glass was going to be a nothing burger, and it was going to be barely a varnish on top of what already existed, and which is not the case. So it was just a poor leak, poorly thought out, and cost him the industry, because there's very little doubt in my mind that this lawsuit will end up resulting in a cease and desist on him reporting about Apple, which is really sad. I don't care whether you like the guy or not. That is not a happy ending, and I really hate it for him. I hope he comes out somewhere in the middle. I don't think he's going to come out on top, but I hope he doesn't lose his ability to be a creator in this space. It hasn't gone well.
No, I'm wondering about Ethan Lipnick, the engineer at Apple who lost his job.
Someone picked
see if he's on LinkedIn or something. I hope so. I mean, presumably, if you're an engineer at Apple, you're not rubbish. So, hopefully that'll work out.
Prosser, we've seen a lot of leakers come and go, and Prosser was one of those ones that even us at Apple Insider looked at and said, I wonder, when's he going to give up? We thought he was going to give up when he had to shave his eyebrows over a bad bet. Yes, over a release of some product. We thought he was going to give up after the Steve Jobs edition of Apple glasses that were surely going to come in 2024. We thought he was going to give up after the flat-sided iPhone and Apple Watch that were a just embarrassment to the entire leak community of how wrong all of that was. But he trudged on, and this one just really put him under, and he seems to be cooperating but having a difficult time staying quiet about the investigation, which is also not okay in that space. So again, I wish him the best of luck, but this is where that began.
How about well, it's just a cheery thing, it's just a different thing, really. This is on my mind for this month because this is when it didn't affect me then, but it did later. Apple Care One came out, a bundle for it, and I think you were already an Apple Care user and have expanded, or am I wrong about that?
Funny enough, earlier in the year, I had Apple Care active for my Apple Vision Pro M2 model, and canceled it, thinking, I haven't broken it yet, I'm not going to break it, I don't want to keep spending money on this. And then like a month later, Apple announces Apple Care 1, and I'm like, great. Oh, I can't get it. Because in order to get Apple Care 1 active, you need a new device, and I had not purchased any devices. So at this point in July, I could not get it, but I was waiting for September when I would get the new phone, the new watch, to get Apple Care and put it on things, which I ended up doing.
I never did go for Apple Care 1 as a bundle. I suppose, or didn't I? Thing is, I've always bought at the absolute limit of what I can afford, and I did the same with my, later on I bought an M5 iPad Pro. But for that one, by then, Apple was also doing a monthly payment thing that was kind of open-ended, and the one payment would cover the iPad, the Apple Pencil, and the Magic Keyboard that I bought. So is that the Apple One bundle, or just a bundle on Apple? Okay, I'm not sure, but
no, I wouldn't I wouldn't use Apple One on an Apple Pencil, or Apple Care 1 on an Apple Pencil. That'd be a waste of money.
Right. Okay. So I do love my Apple Pencil, so
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. Obviously, Apple doesn't really warn you if you're going to waste money. You can configure it to fit many devices. You can put it on Apple TV. That's a waste of money. But I never got Apple Care, period. I refused it because I never broke my devices. And then I started getting Apple's upgrade program, which includes Apple Care for the iPhone. And so I had it by accident mostly, and I shattered a screen on an iPhone under that plan and launching it off of a bicycle like a catapult. And yeah, that was great. Cost me almost no money to get a new display put on, and I'm pretty happy to have it. And now that it's kind of this little bundle thing, $20 a month, 3 devices, my iPad Pro, my Vision Pro, and my Apple Watch Ultra are now on the Apple Care One plan, and I'm happy with it.
So just running through the list there of different models and things, because it wasn't in this month that Apple announced that 3 billion iPhones had been sold. I get mixed up because last week we were saying there are is it 3.5 billion active devices, but I suppose that includes Macs and iPads and things. 3 billion iPhones. That's unimaginable, actually, I think. I mean, maybe that's a failure of my imagination, but I just can't conceive of setting out to sell and shipping 3 billion of anything.
In January, Apple said they had 2.35 billion active devices.
Right.
And see, the problem with active devices is you can have multiple devices per user.
Yes.
We don't know how many users that is, and Apple's not going to tell us anyway. And then this metric is slightly different. It's 3 billion iPhones sold since 2007. They're not active devices. No one's using an iPhone 4, I hope. But
they were sold, so they count. Yeah. So
they count. So 3 billion total sold, which is an incredible number. And I think this is accelerating, right? Because we hit... Let me find the number. We went from nothing to 1 billion.
Right.
My math. I had it written down and now I don't have it. But we went from 1 billion to 2 billion. Okay, see this. I wrote it in such a weird order in this article. Here we go. Apple hit 1 billion iPhones in 2016, July 2016. They reached 2 billion in September 2021.
That's me
right?
Over.
And now they've hit 3 billion in July of 2025. So that went from 5 years to 4 years, and that means that Apple will probably reach 4 billion iPhones sold in the next 3 years, which is incredible.
Yeah. I'm trying to work out how many iPhones I've had over the years. So yeah, don't go there, Willie. Okay.
Put a dent in it anyway.
Yes, it's down to me, really. They owe me for that statistic.
So
yeah,
August. Anything jump out here, William?
Oh, yes, actually, because it's amazing. I love the fact that if you look at Apple month by month, and not just in 1 year, but across its whole lifetime, you can see certain patterns and trends going through. I mean, obviously, the launches tend to happen at the same time of the year. They try to hit the Christmas market. Obvious stuff like that. But also, some failed projects seem to happen at the same time of the year. I would love to do a book about Apple history that just took month by month, everything that ever happened in January, for example, and when we've done some features around that topic, it's been riveting to it. But this time, I think more in 25
For all
than I
devices,
remember.
it's the most popular?
Every month is kind of riddled together.
Apple
And
devices?
this one, August is the point where we hit yet again the thing of Apple Intelligence being, well, rubbish. Of Apple lying about Apple Intelligence, about Apple promoting things that may not have ever worked. And in August,
think of how many
they got
iPhones you
serious
saw there
enough
at the game.
inside Apple
Yeah.
How many iPads,
that Tim Cook
How
and
could
Craig
you tell they were
Federighi
Apple, though?
addressed
Could've been Android.
all Apple
No.
employees. I remember
all
when I was at
Apple
BBC
stuff looks the
Worldwide,
same kind
we
of.
used to have an
I know.
all-hands
See, I
All of
meeting
the
every now
iPads,
and again.
I didn't see any Android iPads.
I remember
wouldn't
the
have been able to
conversations
pick
I
that
had
up. That's
going
not
into
something
them. I
that
don't
I
remember
would
any of the
be able to
announcements
do.
at all. They were
iPhones.
of no interest to
Some
anybody
people with
actually
Androids
working there.
majority
They just kind of had to be said. But in this case, it felt like Apple was trying to put some oil on some water and cure some upset inside the company, which is very rare for Apple.
Well, I want to pat myself on the back a little bit around this AI stuff, because without fail throughout the year, I've been reporting on what Apple is doing, and then people are all like, that's not what they're doing.
The wheel. What's wrong?
And then an executive will go out on stage and say, this is literally what we're doing. And it's just what I've just reported. And this happened multiple times throughout the year of, me trying to explain.
I'm too far inclined. Usually I'm like this. People
there was
like
already
this
a pretty strong indication
so
of
far
why
back,
the
it doesn't know.
Apple Intelligence stuff was delayed.
If I move forward.
And I had been reporting on that this whole time. And then in this little all hands call they had internally,
Usually people are
Craig
like,
Federighi just walks out and says it.
Yeah,
literally
like
what I've been saying
driving.
this
You're
whole
like
time.
taking a break.
What do you mean?
Quote, we initially
not
wanted to do a
reclining back,
hybrid
I'm, like, sitting
architecture.
straight.
Yeah.
We realized that approach wasn't going to get
Seat
us
just
to
back
Apple
further, but I'm
quality.
sitting straight. I grab the
The
wheel.
work we've done on this end-to-end revamp of Siri has given us the results we've needed, and it's put us in a position to not deliver just what we've announced, but to deliver a much bigger upgrade than we've envisioned. There's no project people are taking more seriously. And you don't just say that as fluff, especially in a meeting you know is going to leak. You have these meetings to leak them. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I'm not moving over. So.
If you didn't want it to leak,
not moving
you would have held this in a closed boardroom
Oh
and
my God, what
threatened
an
everyone
asshole.
with an NDA.
You're not moving now
This
on
was meant to
purpose.
get out.
Nope. Let him pass me.
Tim Cook also says, we've rarely been first. There was a smartphone
Oh
for
my
the
God.
iPhone. There was
What?
tablets for
They
the
just,
iPad.
like,
There was
almost
MP3
cut us
players for
off.
the iPod.
That was dangerous.
And as Tim Cook said, when
Jerk.
Apple Intelligence was first announced, he said, I know we're not first, but we will be the best. And they haven't reached the best yet, but I still have faith. Between these discussions and everything we knew about Apple Intelligence before and everything we know now, I have the utmost confidence that when Apple does iOS 26.4 in the spring,
Hit us.
it's going
that's
to
what
be
about them?
groundbreaking.
Yeah.
I'll
Because,
save the video for it.
again, Apple has, just like I was describing in the last episode,
Assholes.
about Apple's
not
access to the
against the law if
technology
you don't
stack
go
and
over
being
to
able
the
to
other
develop
lane.
Apple Music
I
in a way
don't
that
if I
no one
don't
else
feel
can develop.
comfortable.
I stay on
For
this
I
better
stay
or
in the
worse.
fucking lane I stay in.
The same
I
is
didn't
going to
know
be
it
true
was
for
in
Apple
LA, no.
Intelligence when it
Yeah.
ultimately gets this
If it's
new
snowing, I stay in whatever
second
lane or I stay in the
release.
middle.
I'm
I don't give a
basically
shit.
referring it to it
Technically,
now as the
slower
Apple
traffic
Intelligence
is supposed to go in
re-release.
this
This is
lane. Yeah, but it's
The
not
issue
against-
is we're going 50, and that's the speed limit, so technically you don't have to move.
Yeah, I don't
If we're going like 35, 40,
Yeah.
you could be, and like, you're supposed to kind of go over.
But if it's snowy in one of the lanes and it's not in the other, fuck that, I'm not moving.
Oh no, we're going 50, so it's fine. The Tesla would have moved over if we were going like 35 and
They're
something.
just being an asshole.
But we're going the speed limit.
But they got close to us.
I'll flash them a few times when we're on the light.
Why, so they can get out and shoot us?
I can get out and shoot us.
Okay.
You know how fast I'd ram into them? If they had a gun, you know how fast I'd hit them?
Assholes, what are they in a hot hurry?
Yeah. People don't
For
care.
what?
Like the
They're
people
gonna be
behind
in
us,
the same
how do you
look,
think
now they're turning.
how do you think they got into an accident?
Jesus. We're not going that way. They're in a freaking hot hurry for what?
I don't know, let them be. But it's stupid to have road rage at Tesla because everything's recorded.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
That totally would have been their fault.
obvious.
I would have been so pissed.
We're going straight.
Yeah.
We would have got their license plate and everything. You
Oh
can
my
see
god. It would have caused an accident, Bryce.
Oh yeah.
They almost hit us. On my side. I would have been so fucking pissed, you don't even believe it.
No, we follow the rules.
I would have said, just shut up and stay in the car, Bryce. I'm about ready to go knock him out.
No, stay in the car. You call the police.
Oh my god. I would have been
No,
so
we follow the
pissed.
rules.
Not because they hit your car, but because, oh my god, they caused an accident for no reason. Just because they wanted you to move out of their hot fucking hurry way.
Isn't that them behind us?
I was just gonna say, are they behind
It is
us?
them behind us, yeah.
What the hell are they doing then?
Technically, if it is them behind us, I will take another video.
Are they doing it on purpose?
Because I saw them pull over.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
why I
whip
said,
around.
where were they going? Into the Cheetah
If we can see their license plate, I can make a note on it and
If
have the
it'll cause
police
more problems.
check them out. But I can't see the plate right now, so.
Yeah, no. It's
But if we see the plate,
it's
we can
just
have
if
it.
they cause more issues.
Well, if they get up close to us, I'll
Yeah,
just stop for a
I mean,
minute.
like, what the hell?
Stop, remember the license plate. We'll just call the police. You'd be like, hey,
They're not gonna do anything. They gotta.
it's a report. It's a report. If they try getting up close and shit, it's worth a phone
It's
call.
just stupid. Like, what the hell? They had to hurry to pull over?
No,
Somebody puking or something?
they could have pulled over at any point.
Yeah. Well, no, because we were on the road. You can't just pull over here.
They can puke out the window.
Well, yeah. Sam's done that before. Until we found out he had migraines on the way up to your grandpa's.
Could be drunk. You never know. The accident we just passed could have been a fast drunk driver.
Yeah.
Never know. That car was pretty far to be a minor collision there. He was pretty far on the road.
And it was the new year and everything.
They're gonna get bored following us for 45 minutes.
Yeah, right.
But if they did get us into an accident, I'd feel obligated.
Oh my god, I would have been so pissed.
I'd feel obligated to help them out if they got hurt.
Not me, I would have punched them.
No, if they got hurt, have a med back in the.
I would have been hurt.
What-
They would have hit my side.
I feel like their car would have got damaged more than this car.
You're speeding.
Yeah, slow down a
We can put the dash cam in my car tomorrow.
bit. Yeah. See, that's another good point of a dash cam. Imagine they hit you and then drove off. License plate.
Yeah, we can put it in tomorrow if you want.
I am angry though that you can't see the plate from here. To be fair, they're kind of far back. I don't think they have a front plate.
They
No,
may
do.
see, they may
do.
not,
No,
but
they
like
do.
mine, you can't see
I
mine
can kind of see it.
because I have the Vermont Strong on mine. So I only have the back one, which you're not supposed to have still. But seriously,
No, I can see the plate.
you're supposed to have. You're not supposed to have that Vermont Strong anymore. I don't really sure I'm taking it off.
Why not?
I paid $25 for that thing.
Keep it on if you paid for it.
I did. It's $25. John got 2 of them. One that sits downstairs and one I gave to Landon. Because Landon wanted one. I said, okay, here you go. We got 2. And because it supported a good cause. So, just be careful going through here.
Yeah, I know.
The crazy people. They just walk out into traffic. Boneheads. Gotta get in a hurry to go skiing. Oh, it's nighttime. I'm sure that place is busy. All the rooms look empty though.
Can almost see it.
Is it the same car?
It's fuck, I can't see. It's like something 3.
You think it's the same car?
Oh, definitely the same car.
Then what the hell were they doing?
I just want to see if I can see the plates.
Why were they doing that?
I don't know. I just want to see if I can see the plates. They were blaring music when they passed us. Can't see the lights are too much. Keep listening.
I got it.
I think more in 25 than I remember.
You pay for this too?
Every month is kind of riddled
This is
together, and this
free.
one, August, is the point where we hit yet again the thing of Apple Intelligence being, well, rubbish, of Apple lying about Apple Intelligence, about Apple promoting things that may not have ever worked. And in August, it got serious enough inside Apple that Tim Cook and Craig Federighi addressed all Apple employees. I remember when I was at BBC
They do follow us in
Worldwide,
a
we
row,
used to have
though. Pulling up to
an
the police
all-hands
station.
meeting every now and again.
Because if they follow us all the
I
way
remember
into
the
Rowan,
conversations I had going
every
into them.
turn.
I don't remember any of the announcements at all. They were of
They're not
no
gonna follow
interest
us
to
to the police
anybody actually
station.
working there. They just kind of had to be said. But in this case, it felt like Apple was trying to put some oil on some water and cure some upset inside the company, which is very rare for Apple.
Well, I want to pat myself on the back a little bit around this AI stuff because
Could be a
without
different car.
fail throughout the
Could
year,
be a different car, but I don't
They
know.
were-
I've
it
been
around pretty
reporting
quick.
on what
Yeah.
Apple's doing, and then people are all
Strange.
like, "That's not what they're doing," and then an executive will go out on stage and say, "This is literally what we're doing," and it's just what I've just reported. And this happened multiple times throughout the year of me trying to explain, like there was already a pretty strong indication of why the Apple
People
Intelligence
just don't
stuff
like
was
Tesla.
delayed.
Probably why that old man taped it up.
And
Yeah,
I had
because,
been
like,
reporting on
it
that
says
this
it's
whole time. And
degraded
then
'cause it can't see.
in
Poor
this
weather.
little
No,
all hands
that's 'cause
call
the
they had
snow
internally,
on the edges.
Craig Federighi just walks out and
You can
says
see
it.
fine. Look how
Poor
Literally
weather
what I've been
look at
saying
the
this whole
outside.
time.
Tell me you can't see fine out of that
Quote,
way.
we
Can't see
initially
fine out of
wanted to
that?
do a
I
hybrid
said poor
architecture.
weather.
Yes, because
We
it's
realized
snow
that
outside.
approach wasn't going to get us to Apple quality. The work we've done on this end-to-end revamp of Siri has given us the
can't see
results we've
outside of
needed
that.
and has put us in a position to not
Yeah.
deliver just what we've announced, but to deliver a much bigger upgrade than we've envisioned. There's no project people are taking more seriously. And you don't just say that as fluff, especially in a meeting you know is going to leak. You have these meetings to leak them. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Yes.
If you didn't want it to leak, you would have held this in a closed boardroom and threatened everyone with an NDA.
I want to get the plate.
Why?
I want to read it out. If he comes up close to us, we'll see.
Oh, jeez. There you go.
Is that XXB
No.
160? What is it?
KX8 155.
Okay.
I think is what it looks like.
We'll see.
I don't.
Read it out. So in case something happens, you have a video.
This was meant to get out. Tim Cook also says, we've rarely been first.
Remember that one
There's
time
a smartphone before the iPhone.
the guy
there's
we were
tablets before the
chasing that
iPad, there's
scratch
MP3
inside your car and
players
left?
before the iPod.
Yeah.
I wrote it down on a notepad, and what if we didn't catch him?
And as
We
Tim
wouldn't
Cook
have had
said,
it.
when Apple Intelligence was first announced,
It was on the van when we were
said
at a
you were
yard
chasing
sale.
him.
I know
You were
it.
chasing
He
him.
pissed me
we will be the
off.
best.
He hit
They haven't
my
reached the best
car.
yet.
You were
but I
chasing
still
him,
have
and
faith.
I-
Between these
I wrote it down immediately as soon as you're going. I said, give me
and
a pad
everything
and
we knew
paper.
about Apple Intelligence before and
Yeah,
everything we
wrote it
know
down.
now,
That's what you're
I
supposed to do.
have
And kept
the
going.
utmost confidence that when Apple does iOS 26.4 in the
Oh.
spring,
You're not gonna go over. You're
it's
gonna cause
going
a
to
problem.
be groundbreaking.
Yeah, we'll see.
If you didn't go over, he would have.
The car automatically went over.
Oh. Oh my God! I think that's the same person.
Let him be angry. I'm following the rules.
Crazies.
Should have stayed in the middle.
No.
Technically, we didn't have to move over. We're going 50.
Yeah, but I don't want to cause an accident because he's stupid.
If he hits us,
Yes.
that's not on us.
I know, but I want to go home, not be dead.
Groundbreaking because, again, Apple has, just like I was describing in the last episode about Apple's access to the technology stack and being able to develop Apple Music in a way that no one else can develop, for better or worse. The same is going to be true for Apple Intelligence when second release. I'm basically referring it to it now as the Apple Intelligence re-release, because this is the true vision for Apple Intelligence they've had the whole time. They just weren't able to achieve it as quickly as they would have liked. They rushed out the gate with this unfinished product, and here we are now finally seeing their ultimate vision of an on-device LLM, access to an entire map of everything on your device and everything personal to you, private, encrypted, local. And I think that is going to be unapproachable to any competitor, and it's going to be really incredible once it finally gets here.
So, you're arguing that Apple is doing right, it's doing good things. It may have taken us a while to get there, but that's what it's doing. However, in August 2025, Elon Musk pointed out that Apple is doing bad things. In fact, Apple and OpenAI are colluding, Musk told us, over artificial intelligence things, and is effectively blocking not only his own Grok, but all AI agents except for Apple Intelligence and OpenAI's ChatGPT from doing any good on the App Store charts. And it's definitely because of collusion. It's not because Grok is rubbish and filled with sort of like Third Reich references and things like that. But he told us, he sorted this out, didn't he?
This was an interesting thing to watch, because this is very normal Elon Musk behavior. It started as a random person on X posted, "Hey, isn't it funny that X is never number one, or Grok AI is never number one on the App Store, but ChatGPT almost always is? And Apple has a partnership with them. Doesn't it feel like collusion?" And then Elon Musk replies, "Yes, it does," or something. You know, his usual one words. "I'll look into that." Whatever. You know, just. And then immediately he posts, and this is what's weird about it, is I wasn't misspeaking. His original post was, Apple is intentionally changing the rankings of the App Store to prevent X, the social media app, and Grok AI from ranking in the App Store. That was his initial accusation. And then, obviously, some lawyers stepped in and said, that's not really true and not possible. And he's like, well, I'm going to sue them anyway. And they're like, well, you can't sue them for that because it doesn't exist. So he changed the lawsuit, refocused, nailed it down to just Apple is colluding with ChatGPT to ensure that they are the market leaders and not allowing anyone else to hold position. Kind of removing that whole Apple's manipulating the App Store algorithm. That's no longer there. And he dropped X from the discussion.
Right.
So, yes, the whole thing is frivolous and stupid. It's a distraction. It's a waste of money and time, and mostly just to do what we're doing now, to get people to talk about Grok. The thing about Grok, and we can move on, is technologically, on paper, it is a very good back-end structure. It has a strong, data set as far as being trained up and being a good LLM technologically, how quickly it can do a query and how many queries, or what the data sets, whatever the metric is for measuring these things. I forget the word at the moment. It's good at that. The problem with Grok is it's been poisoned, and that's why it makes it useless. One of the things that was changed after it called itself Mecha Hitler was because it was told one of its instructions was to amplify right-leaning beliefs, even if they're controversial, was basically the prompt. And then after that, they changed it to check and see if this is agreeable with Elon Musk's post history before saying it, or something like that, right? So it's been completely, they poisoned the well. It's like having an encyclopedia that only refers to one half of the Civil War or something. I don't know. It's broken. So Grok, good technology, bad owners, and this lawsuit's going to go nowhere.
You just reminded me, I have wondered who uses Grok, because I get the prompts to use it, and I'm never going to use it. But there was something I did a review on for Apple Insider. I can't remember, it was some product or something, and in the Twitter feed for it, as X, whatever you want to call it, right underneath it, there was something saying, such a user used Grok to ask, what is the price of this thing that I've reviewed?
So it's snowing up there?
The price of it was in the first paragraph of the thing I wrote, and it just... Somebody read the headline and then chose to go to Grok. It feels like it's more...
In her family, I personally think they're all shit drivers. She doesn't think so. I personally think they're shit drivers. Her sister does not sometimes pay attention to the road, so she goes off the road. She told me sometimes she's one on the sidewalk, and her dad will take shortcuts through grass sometimes. And I personally think they're awful drivers and they shouldn't be on the road. But that's my opinion.
Well, they drive different up there. Don't they drive on the same side of the road as we?
Yeah, but they're always focused on other shit and they can't focus on the road. And yeah, so her sisters are impatient, bad drivers, and the father's just is impatient. And they just can't focus on the road.
If you have $2
more clicks even to do it. But you know, just
So
are they
most of-
relying on it?
Most of
Did you get
Grokky's
the
on
price
X
right?
is very
Yeah.
dumb
Gotta see if I have it.
because, like,
Huh?
you
gotta
see
see if I
people
have
think
any.
they're talking to a
You don't need the
person.
pennies.
Like, the
We
way
do at
they
the store.
interact with
That's
it.
not on you. That's not your
Yeah,
problem.
I know.
the way they interact with it is
You're giving the
almost like
company
they
so
think
much of
they're
your time
actually
for
asking
free.
an expert. And
I just say not my problem. UPS,
and
UPS,
a lot
like,
of people are doing it for the
you know,
memes
if
and
you need
lulz or whatever,
blank, we
but
need blank.
there
It's like
are
fucking not my
serious
problem.
users.
Well, if I
usually
want to get
the,
rid of them,
you
though,
know,
too.
Elon Musk
You know?
You can give them any
people,
point. You don't
fans,
need it.
whatever.
Say not my problem.
They treat it
Yeah, like they
very
couldn't start.
seriously as a tool.
They couldn't start the. They couldn't start one of the trucks that they loaded up.
Mhm.
They needed to jump it. No one had a jumper. So $20, I'll jump it right now. But if you don't jump it right now, it's $50. They went without. They unloaded the entire truck
Oh
and then
my
figured it
god,
out.
really?
Yeah,
That sucks.
for free. He said, "Hell no, $20. If you make me wait, it's gonna be 50."
Oh my god.
I said, "Hell no." Yeah.
And it just says utter garbage nonsense most of the time. So I find the whole thing very sad for humanity, honestly. And I wish people would
$20, Bryce, you're expensive.
Use it
have
once, yeah.
better
Huh?
Use it
judgment
once, yeah.
and critical thinking skills. But
Other employees said the
moving
same
on.
thing. I said, "That's not
Right,
you.
what
You
comes
guys
after
can't fucking-
August?
you don't
Now,
have a
don't tell
jumper,
me.
can't jump."
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
So one
it's
of the
the
dudes pulled his
quietest
truck
month
up
of the
to do it,
year
and
for
I'm like,
Apple, isn't it?
I wouldn't do
Yeah?
that.
No? Yeah?
I would never use my car
This
to
is
jump
an
a
interesting
company
year.
vehicle like that.
So-
They can suck it. Not a good company.
we don't need, this is getting
happens if
recent,
they
so
break
we
your
don't need
shit?
to badger
Yeah.
you guys too much with recaps, but you know,
We're gonna say, shouldn't have let us use it.
iPhone Air,
Yeah, well.
iPhone Pro, 17 models except for the Airs. It's an Air. Apple Watch Ultra 3, Apple Watch SE 3, I guess.
It's hard
Great.
to tell what's high
Good
beams and
lineup.
what's not.
Yeah, it is.
'Cause they're all
Interesting narrative around it. People were
Except for
really
that one,
excited
we only
to
have
bin the
one.
iPhone Air, and it literally grown men like breaking blood vessels in their face trying to bend the iPhone. Greg Joswiak on a live interview tosses an iPhone casually across the room to a reporter who drops it, slams it into a table, picks it up, and then tries to bend it, and there is zero damage to this device. Like, it is an incredible feat of Apple engineering on this device.
It's impressive, but I winced at every step of that. Also, you know, if you or I
That's pretty
dropped
cool
it,
flex,
it'd go
though.
crazy.
It would explode.
Yeah.
Can I see it? Yeah.
But that's the thought. Isn't your wife got an iPhone Air? Is she happy with it now, a few months in?
Oh, she loves it. I check in with her every now and then, and she's just like, it's great. I have no issues with battery life. I forget that I even have the MagSafe battery pack.
Wow.
Like, it's there if she needs it, but she never has to rely on it. She listens to a lot of podcasts and like music throughout the day, so it's not like she's not using the device. It's being used, and yeah, she has really no complaints, no issues, no noticeable differences. She hasn't even complained about the earpiece being the speaker. Just fine all the way around. There's no controversy here. This is just like with liquid glass. I think a lot of people were told to not like this device by TikTok and social media, and therefore they now have that opinion. But every person I've talked to that gets an iPhone Air is in love with this device.
Although apparently it's not selling at all. That's what we kept hearing from this month to the end of the year. Yeah.
This is what's the most interesting story out of September, I think, is it's a wider story. I don't know if there's a direct article link or not, but the wider story of Apple intelligence not being what people wanted, and therefore Apple's this abject failure. They have this brain drain. Everyone's fleeing the company. Executives are quitting left and right. The iPhones are all boring or whatever. Like, this narrative. And meanwhile, Apple is about to have its best-selling quarter of all time for iPhone, and the highest amount of money ever made by the company in a quarter, in the December quarter. So these two narratives don't mesh, and it's increasingly clear
Yeah, at the end of the year,
that this
they're
whole
taking
narrative
quarter, yeah.
behind
Most money company.
no
ever
one's
made
buying
ever.
Apple products because Apple's behind an Apple Intelligence is just
Everybody
utter
else bought it for
nonsense.
Christmas.
This is also the month that the AI
best quarter
bubble
in history of the
became
company, so.
very clear, right? It was forming over time and people were guessing at it, but by September we were like, oh, we are solidly inside of this AI bubble. Now the question is when it's going to pop. But the consumer
and there goes the
market
economy.
just does not care and
So you gotta
cannot
save
be
up your money
made to
right
care
now.
about
As soon as that
AI
bubble pops,
the
you
way
gotta
that
go buying.
the people
You gotta run to
the people who do
market,
care about
start
AI
buying
are
stuff.
very loud and they very much care about it.
You gotta buy
But
up
the
all the
rest of
shit
the
that's
world
worthless.
just
Why?
doesn't care, and they're still
Yeah,
buying
that's how it works.
iPhones.
How do you think the housing
and
crisis
Apple
works?
Watches not.
When all the houses price dropped and no one, people couldn't afford their houses and everything's now really cheap. Everyone started running to grab a house.
I guess. I mean, that's not why we did ours. It happened that we needed to upgrade, and
Yeah, but I'm
we
saying
found a cheap one, like for a mega deal.
Yep.
You would never find our house again for the
Well,
price we
they
paid.
announced, like, for example, there's a $2,000 graphics card. They announced starting next year, it's gonna be $5,000. And guess what happens when the AI bubble pops and that shit's not worth $5,000 no more?
Yeah.
It's worth what, maybe $1,000 or less?
Well, our house.
That's the perfect time to buy it.
Our
Perfect time to get a new computer.
Our house is worth $550 now.
But they have to look inside of it. Right?
Yeah.
That's before. That's assuming it's in the same condition that you purchased it.
It is.
No, fuck no. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's worse than what it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
What?
The ceiling,
It's the same, Bryce. That's how we got it.
the rug. No,
The rug
it's
is almost
not-
gone,
it's not
and then
this.
there's going to be tile down, which will be better. Tile's healthier.
No, I'd like to think a lot of the value.
I don't think so.
Like mice and stuff. I like to think a lot of the values.
Well, I'm trying to get a hold of the mice problem. I am trying. I have sticky traps everywhere.
Get a cat.
So Dixie can have a snack?
Get a cat and have it stay upstairs where Dixie's not up there.
It will get in the walls. Remember we had a cat?
Just an
You know, a package
iPad
probably
and stuff.
arrived.
Apple's making all
Isabella's
the money,
slippers.
and all
The
these
ones I
weird
returned.
narratives around it
Or mine from my
just
mom.
fall flat on its
I don't
face,
know if she hasn't sent
given
to
the
me or
evidence.
her.
That is actually the one
Right
article
now,
we
the
had, that
economy's
Apple's behind in
propped up
AI,
by
according
these
to
AI
a survey,
things,
but the
so-
survey says buyers don't care.
I know,
So
because
yes,
I think,
that all happened in this
we're gonna
month.
go again where-
I'm thinking about the reasons for Apple making so much more money.
people are gonna
I
go
was
on the no spending and we're gonna be
surprised
so
that it did so
slow again.
exceptionally extra
Yeah, that's what I'm
well
doing.
with this range. I mean, I know that there's the new camera
everybody thinks-
plateau,
I'm
cutting
and
down
that
my
gives
cloud
more room
subscription.
for
I'm so
a bigger
close to
battery,
getting
which
rid of
is
all of my
obviously
shit on my cloud.
significant. I know there's I don't fully understand vapor chamber cooling, but
Everybody's
I get
like, well,
grasp
why did
what
your
it's
prices
supposed
go
to
up?
do.
Because of the tariff?
Just those
No,
things
because
feel like
it
they're
should have been done in the fucking
not
beginning.
invisible, but they're not
There's no reason
surfaced
that they should
like
have
the
been
design or
losing
a
that much
slimmer
money in the
version
very
would
beginning.
be.
But
So were
everybody
you
thinks it's
surprised
the
that
tariffs,
the
and
whole
it's
range
not.
appears to be doing
There's no reason that
so
store
well?
should have been set up that way.
So
Just how they had it.
And
the
it
whole
was stupid.
just September
You're
also
losing
included
$30 on every
iOS
dress you
26
sell?
launching.
What the hell?
Yeah.
But it didn't cost
Oh,
$30
true.
to make
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
And this is the next
The
thing I want
curtains.
to talk about is okay.
I'm selling these curtains, Bryce, for
Everyone's like, all right, well,
$121. They cost
the iPhone's
$120 for
great.
us to
Apple
get them.
knocked it out of the park.
Not
The
just-
base model
Yes.
iPhone
Because I can see the cost on
Uh,
certain things. There's
is
no
a really
reason
good
we should
buy.
be
The
paying
iPhone Air is a really
$120 for a
interesting
pair of
device.
curtains.
The iPhone Pro is the most pro iPhone they've ever
And
made.
I've marked them up $1.
But then the same pundits are all like,
It's
"But
ridiculous."
Look, iOS 26, liquid glass. We've been using this all summer.
I believe that was like
It's so
$20.
bad. It's so terrible.
No.
We can't wait for the
Because I
world
can
to get
see
it
the
and tell
prices
Apple
on
how bad it is, so they
certain
reverse their
curtains.
decision.
That's not import price. That's
And then it launches.
How much we're paying
It
I don't think
for
so.
the yes.
goes by without even a
I
whisper.
can send you a picture of the thing.
All right,
It
send me a
says
picture.
From
it
every
says
account that I've had
how
from
much
any
it
individual
costs
that isn't in the
us-
tech community is like, oh, this is neat.
how
Or
much
they're
it
just like,
costs
what do
us
you
to
mean
get
it's
them.
different?
And Mary and I both
Yes,
agree
I've
it's
had that.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why are they paying so much?
And
They're paying some of the
incredibly,
shirts.
it's fine.
They're paying over $20 a shirt.
It's not amazing.
Why?
It's not bad.
Don't
It's
believe it.
fine.
Yeah, and I'll
And
send you the
it's
picture.
Had some refinements
The
over
curtains are a
time.
good example. People are like, why
but-
are they
and it will continue to
$121?
get refinements, but liquid glass did not destroy the world.
And if I don't
did
sell
not
them for
ruin
that,
the
I'm
company.
losing
And yet
money
again,
on
Apple survived
those
another doom
curtains.
Yes.
of the year. And I just find it exhausting. Do readers not get tired of?
Because I didn't
understand
want to
that
mark
it
the
generates
curtains up, but I
clicks,
had to.
There's
If I'm
gotta
losing
be some like window
$100
where
per
it
pair of
stops
curtains,
working, right?
that's too
Like, do they
much.
just keep coming back for more?
It's like the
There's no
argument
way
with
they spend
tabloid
that much.
newspapers
Yes,
in the
right.
UK, which I think, I mean, you have the equivalent in the States, but it feels like they're much worse.
That was something I
here.
wanted
Every
for
single
my
day
end
is
of the year
end of the
review. I
world
said I
type
need to see
stuff.
the prices
And
of certain
just
items
after a while,
so that I can
we
mark them just above
stop
what
even
we pay.
noticing them.
I
So
mark
their
them
sales
$1
have kind of
above
been
what we
going
pay.
down
There's
year on
no
year.
reason
So I think they've been ramping up the
Yep.
hype for it. And every now and again, you see a comparison of usually over. We get through so many prime ministers here.
ridiculous.
You see each of the tabloids and how vehemently they supported the new prime minister, and then how vehemently they were against the new prime minister when they changed and all this stuff. And it's always the absolute bury the needle extreme, and it's become just background noise now, I think, in the UK. But still,
I'll send it to you
it's
on
just
Tuesday.
this is just one of those things of bad news sells, and people like bad news. We're about to get some more bad news. Apple delayed the launch of the
see, Sam's
iPhone
home.
Air in
It's not
China
home, I don't
because of
believe it.
some issues,
So I'm gonna say it's
and
coming
then
to Rutland.
it's sold.
I don't believe it.
Hello? What? You're there? Okay.
We're 15 minutes out.
We're 15 minutes out, so what do you want me to do? See if Dad can get you?
We'll pull up to the high school.
I don't know what to tell you. I told Bryce you were going to get home before us.
Let's see how far we
You
are.
want me to see if Dad can get you? Okay. I'm sorry.
We're
He's asking.
Well, 14
he's
from the
asking,
school.
He's asking the coach for a ride home.
14 minutes away from the school.
Okay, we're just. I told you. Bus drivers drive like there's a bat out of hell, Bryce.
There's no way. We left significantly before.
I told you. They are like lead foot.
It's not good. He was waiting so long for the food.
Yeah, that's what happened to us last time.
Oh, next time you order and I'll go through the drive-thru and they gotta. That's what I gotta start doing, honestly. When they start giving me shit in the lobby, I'm just gonna start going through the drive-thru. They're like, yeah, you gotta pick it up in the lobby. I say, hell no. That's what they asked me to last time when I was at fucking Taco Bell. I ordered it on fast food and I accidentally through the drive-thru. I said, shit, I messed up. Here, can you use this? Can you go through the drive-thru? I said, no, I'm not going through the drive-thru. My order receipt's right here. Just give it to me. We already have it over there. Just walk it here.
Yeah, walk to the 2 feet.
And they kept giving me shit. I said, no, you give my order here or I'm calling the bank and refunding it. And then they gave me the order. I'm not going through the fucking getting in my car, going all the way around the building in a drive-thru when I already ordered the food. Just because I clicked drive-thru on accident on the kiosk, that's not on me.
The inside kiosk?
Yeah,
Oh, God. Why would you go inside and then back out?
that's what I said. Now they don't even let me in the lobby. The whole lobby's locked now. They said not enough workers. They said
Yeah, nobody wants to work.
bullshit.
I think it's stupid. I'm about to have to get another job after wrestling season. I'm going to have to go to one at night, fast food at night, and then work my regular job during the day, which sucks.
these things feel like they're not invisible, but they're not surface like the design or a slimmer version would be. So were you surprised that the whole range appears to be doing so well?
So just September also included.
But me going
iOS
to get him
26
up
launching.
is about the same time of us getting to the high school on average, give or take a minute or two. It takes us 8 minutes to get to high school. We'd be there in 8 minutes. So we're not late. So technically, you could have said I'll be there in 8 minutes.
That's alright.
Because that's the same time for us to get from the house.
Rico lives right by us.
Well,
He lives
that's
over.
not on us because we would have got to the house in 8 minutes.
He lives over on Vernon.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
And
Lincoln,
this is
whichever
the next
it is.
thing I want to talk about is, okay,
No, Vernon. I think
everyone's like, all right, well, the iPhone's great. Apple knocked it out of the park. The base model iPhone is a really good buy. The iPhone Air is a really interesting device. The iPhone Pro is the most pro iPhone they've ever made. But
Will you
then
stop and
the
get my
same
fish
pundits
now?
are all like,
No.
but look, iOS 26,
Look online
Open Glass,
first.
we've been using this all summer. It's so
I
bad,
want
it's
to
so
come
terrible.
dead.
We can't wait for the world to get it and
Get a
tell Apple how
refund.
bad it
They
is,
should
so they'll
refund.
reverse their decision.
People get them all the time online.
And then it launches, and it goes by without even a whisper. Like, from every account that I've had from any individual that isn't in the tech community is like, oh, this is neat. Or they're just like, what do you mean it's different?
Yes, I've had that. Yeah.
And incredibly, it's fine. It's not amazing. It's not
So
bad.
we'll go to the car
It's
wash if you
fine.
want.
And it's had some refinements over time.
That's fine. I'll do it tomorrow.
But
So I take the
it will
magnet off
continue
my
to get
car.
refinements. But liquid glass did not destroy the world, did not ruin the company, and yet again, Apple survived another doom of the year.
Okay.
And I just find it
I'm gonna give you the
exhausting.
thing. You're gonna come back.
Do
to it.
readers
No, I'll just wait
not get
outside.
tired of? I understand that it generates the clicks, but there's got to be some like window where it stops working, right?
Yeah.
Like, do they just keep coming back for more?
It's like the argument with tabloid newspapers in the UK, which I think, I mean, you have the equivalent in the States, but it feels like they're much worse here. Every single day is end of
I need to
the
get a
world
straw for
type
this.
stuff, and just after a while, you just stop even noticing them.
Yeah,
So their sales have got to have
This
been
one
going
didn't.
down year on year. So I think they've been ramping up the hype for it, and every now and again you see a comparison of, usually over we get through so many prime ministers here, you see each of the tabloids and how vehemently they supported the new prime minister, and then how vehemently they were against the new prime minister when they changed and all this stuff. And it's always the absolute bury the needle extreme, and it's become just background noise now, I think, in the UK. But still,
It's just this is just one of those things of bad news sells, and people like bad news. We're about to get some more bad news. Apple delayed the launch of iPhone Air in China because of eSIM issues, and then it sold out in a quarter of a second or something stupid.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
yes, it's Apple.
just said it wasn't
might
selling.
very well
In
be
America.
Apple's worst selling iPhone, but man, the Apple's worst selling iPhone is the envy of the industry.
Yeah.
So again, cynicism, maybe it's just the year we live in, and there is a lot of sad, bad things going on in the world, and cynicism seems to break through more than optimism. But it is so bleak that how wrong a lot of this stuff is now, and people are just excited to be wrong, and it makes me a little sad, I guess.
I think another example that we should say came to a head in September. The Department of Justice suing Google, the antitrust case that could have left Apple and Google not allowed to do their deal, which we learnt earlier in the year, or maybe even late last year, gets Apple $20 billion or so a year to keep Google as the default search engine. For months and months it was Apple could be out $20 billion a year. What can Apple do? Will Apple buy Perplexity instead? All these kind of things. And then Google, well, he didn't win the case at all, but that particular part, the deal is untouched.
Look
And that's
along
just
that
barely
line.
mentioned.
Oh my God.
Anyway, obviously Apple has tried to cover it because we would, but I haven't heard anybody talking about it since, because it was neither good news or bad. It's just, it happened, and that's a shame, I think. But this episode is brought to you by Anti-Gravity. A short version: if you're in the market for a drone, buy this one. Buy the Anti-Gravity A1. It's an incredibly light, I mean, less than 249 grams, that's less than 8.8 ounces, and it's a drone with an 8K video camera. But it's not just 8K, it's 360 degree 8K. The Anti-Gravity Company has worked with Insta360 and many other firms to bring this 360 degree 8K video drone, and then given it a unique controller. You've seen the usual pair of tiny little thumb joysticks, but that's gone. What the Anti-Gravity A1 uses is called the grip control. You hold it in one hand, you move it around to control flight, and it has a trigger. Press that trigger and the A1 drone will fly in the direction you're pointing. All of which is just excellent, really. But the real benefit of anti-gravity is this: it comes in a set with AR goggles that you wear as you fly the drone. So there's no guessing what the best shot is going to be, and there's no trying to judge from afar how to frame any given shot. Instead, you just see it all, the whole 360 degree view live in your AR goggles. Turn your head as the drone is flying, and if you see something over there you want to film, well, send the drone that way. It is the closest you can conceivably get to actually being in the drone yourself. I mean, seriously, no more guessing where the best angle is. You can just see it and you can just film it. The anti-gravity A1 drone plus cameras plus goggles plus that grip control trigger starts at $1,599. The anti-gravity A1 is the world's first 8K 360-degree drone. It's genuinely a game changer. You get full immersive flight with the goggles, insanely intuitive controls, and just endless creative freedom in editing. If you are thinking about buying a drone, make it this one. Check out the link in our show notes to learn more. And thanks to Anti-Gravity for supporting the Apple Insider podcast.
October.
Yes, October. I like October.
The UK, once again, wants access to Apple's iCloud and have a backdoor to everyone in the UK. Not the rest of the world, just the UK this time.
Yeah, I used to like October. Yes, I said in last week's one that I felt obviously the UK is overreaching. Obviously it was never going to get it, but I wondered if it was actually politically savvy and it knew that if it went to the extreme, what it would get would be what it actually wanted. This thing of Apple shutting off some encryption in the UK. Is that actually what the UK government wanted? I still think that's possible. I still think I might be being generous to their technology things, but the fact that it keeps plugging away at these same things and that it keeps forbidding Apple to tell anybody. The UK made its own law that allows it to forbid Apple to tell anybody this is going on. And you got to give Apple some credit for how they've managed to find a way to make sure everybody knows anyway. So I just don't know how.
Strike stand effect.
Yes.
So one of the things, so we got into it last episode, and honestly, thankfully, we didn't have to talk about it that much. Tariffs happened throughout the year. Apple and the Trump administration had some back and forth. The last thing we mentioned on the show was Trump threatened to made up new tariff that would directly affect Apple, but we actually forgot to get around to what happened next, which was basically Apple promised another $100 billion.
Oh, right. Yes.
And this was, in the middle of the year last year, like May, June, and a trophy. And then suddenly all the tariffs go away.
It must be nice to have $100 billion in your own design department. And some spare gold.
Spare gold and some glass with a carved name on it.
Yeah.
And so all that goes away, and it was controversial. And like I said, we said it in the last episode, Tim Cook has a duty, a fiduciary duty to his shareholders, and this was all in the name of keeping these kinds of illegal and silly tariffs from affecting them, and it worked. It cost them almost nothing. It cost them a piece of a paperweight and an investment they were going to make anyway into Corning. So moving on.
I suppose also some reputational damage. People were mocking Tim Cook for it, but
you can't escape that. But again, this is the game the administration.
If you want it.
Oh God.
What? This is always fun. There's no way this guy's beating us.
Really?
This phone's very close to the windshield.
So he can see it. Oh God! Bryce, I hate when you do that! God! You do that on purpose.
What, do you want me to slow?
No, you need to tell me. Mom, hold on.
You saw the light turn green.
I didn't know we were going to do 0 to 60 in 10 seconds.
Much less than 10.
Okay, well, in a second. God. At least that wasn't as bad as the first time you did it. I think my brain was like... poof, poof.
The smaller cars go faster.
Just a little warning,
I said we're gonna...
You said we're gonna win, but you didn't say how fast.
Well, the weather's completely fine.
Maybe this is the snowstorm he's talking about?
I almost wish it was worse. No, it just started like this. At least give me a challenge. At least give the car a challenge. Just he's completely fine with this.
Can you please ship me the... No. I'm not shipping no fucking squirrel costume.
Why? If they pay
No.
first.
Dad and I will be in Rutland on Monday for an appointment at 11:30, hoping to meet up with you. guess I should be around. How was the drive? Fine? I don't know what he's talking about. The roads are clear here, too. Are we gonna blast off in a minute or something?
No.
Okay.
Looking for the driveway.
Oh.
See? It's searching.
Oh. It sees it. But I can't completely identify. Who's that person walking?
It's the tree. It always thinks it's the person.
Oh.
No, more.
Oh gosh, here we go up on the hill. I'll wait here because if I go inside I won't be able to come back out. Dixie's gonna be so happy to see me.